Hello and welcome to another episode of Binding Roll, where we play Pathfinder 2nd Edition in the world of the 9th Age. If you are unfamiliar with the 9th Age, it is a tabletop rank and flake strategy war game that I play all the time that this YouTube channel is dedicated to. If you are at all interested in that, please click the link in the description below. It'll take you to the official website for the 9th Age. It's really cool because it is a community-built game. All of the rules are free in PDF form. So hop in there, grab some PDFs, check it out. You can supply your own models. All you have to do is match base sizes. It's a really fun game. But this evening, we are playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition. It's been a little while, but we're back. My life has been a little bit crazy. I'm expecting my first child in the next 2 weeks, so I might have to run out right away with my wife to go give birth to my child. But not in this exact moment. But again, if you're interested in supporting the channel, what we're looking for right now is YouTube subscribers. Please head over to the YouTube page, hit that subscribe button. We greatly appreciate it. If you do that, you will be giving a hero point to our players, which is a fun little bonus to when they're playing the game. I think that's everything. We're on all the social medias. Check it out. It's all in the description below. Let's have fun. And let's play some Pathfinder 2nd Edition.
Holy shit. Henry Kissinger died.
So weird.
Hey everyone, we're back. Howdy ho.
Hello.
It's been a few weeks.
Heidi ho,
Man.
neighbors.
Life is very busy at the moment for me. I apologize
I
for
bet.
taking so long. Again, as I said in the intro, if
How dare
my
you.
wife goes into labor in the next 2 hours, I will be just peacing out. Like, bye.
It's a cliffhanger in a bunch of different ways.
You know,
Labor takes a while. She can wait.
then none of us really know what's going on, and it'll all be good.
You know, just start out with the usual. No one's leveling up. Sorry, guys. But as always, I'm going to ask everyone what you're drinking. And I wanted to point out something. I've mentioned this before. There's a local kind of craft beer store near me that I love very much. And Beer Run, New York City on like 20th Street, I think. Maybe 19th. Love going there. Love going in and just looking at random new beers. And when it comes down to it, I hate to admit this, but it comes down to can artwork. If there's a cool artwork on this can, I'm gonna buy it. And it's like a double. If it's a double or an IPA, I'm gonna buy it. But so I got this
That
one.
can get you in trouble very
The
quickly.
first impression.
It's not the only factor, but you can absolutely have a label cool enough to make me buy your beer.
Yes, yes. This
Yeah.
one I thought was
Yep.
super cool. It's called The Botanist. Like a skull with mushrooms growing out of it.
Very good gin.
Bridget,
Of
it
the-
is a
by
great
the same
can.
name.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bridget
This
would
is a
love that.
double New England IPA, 8%, by Widowmaker Brewery in Boston, Massachusetts.
Hopefully not literally.
That's got some very choice names associated with it.
Can he do it? Get it.
Good, bad?
Very nice.
Ooh.
That was pretty good.
Pretty
That was
decent.
pretty good.
Okay, Carlin, what you drinking?
So I have from one of my favorite breweries, not in Utah this time. It's from the same Big Sky Brewing as the Moose Drool that I was drinking a few weeks ago. It is the Space Goat Pale Ale,
Oh yeah, good names.
and also very cool can art.
Solid.
a goat with sunglasses in a spacesuit. I mean, what more do you want?
It's pretty awesome.
What more do you need?
Is there anything anymore you need? Honestly.
Oh yeah, nice.
Nice one.
Good. It's good.
See, you guys heard the crack. I didn't hear the crack. Is that crazy?
I heard it.
I heard it.
You were speaking when it went off, though, so that may have been part of
Yeah,
it.
That might have been it. Gosh.
And I am going
Uh,
to reload real fast because I lost Diggy again somehow.
Oh,
Damn it, Diggy. Damn it, Diggy.
Wait,
oh,
you
and
on
that's
the joint
probably
stream?
why I'm getting the static again. You probably have to reapply that every time he logs in.
And there he goes.
Is it?
Diggy,
am I
what you
bugging out
drinking?
for anybody else, or is this just
Not for
No,
me.
it's just him. It's
just
just
Carlin?
him.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, today, like many other days, if you've been with me on my Monday group, I've been drinking Scion Kolsch because it's very tasty, very crisp, and none of that weird sort of metallic acidic taste on the back end of it like a lot of Kolsch's have. Let's see what we can do here. Anything?
That came through great for me.
That was crisp. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, cheers. Yep, crisp, clean, everything you want in a Kolsch.
Let's see here. Next up, Alex, what you drinking?
And I am drinking a margarita. So
Nothing
no
wrong
noises
with
coming
that.
along.
goes.
Well,
Nothing
I'm not much of a
wrong
tequila
with
drinker, but I
that.
had a friend recommend me. This is La Gritona, which I guess is a women-owned distillery in Jalisco, and it's really tasty.
What's
Love a
what's
good
your
tequila.
preferred margarita recipe? Like what else goes in there?
Oh, Cointreau, lime juice, and a little bit of simple syrup, like just a
If
decent
you've got
dash.
Cointreau, then
A dash.
simple
A
syrup.
dash.
is-
Yep.
Sounds wonderful to me. I hate to admit it, guys, but I can't do margaritas. I can't do tequila, period, because I hit my
Same.
lifetime max of tequila in college, and
Yeah.
It's fair.
I have
I-
said to multiple people on this channel, I think most adults of drinking age have one thing they can never drink again.
Yeah.
And for
Yeah.
most of it's Jaeger.
Blackberry schnapps,
Spiced rum.
Ooh, blackberry schnapps.
99 proof. That was my fraternity initiation party.
Mm.
Okay, Octavia, what are you drinking?
I've got the last can of my Golden State cider, the
Yeah,
ginger
those-
grass.
Those ciders are doing work for you. I love it.
Yep, dude, I love cider. All right, let's see if I can get a decent crack out of this.
Yeah, yeah.
Came
Yeah.
through.
Yeah. No,
Very
that's
nice.
advertising quality.
Yeah. And then as backup, I've got some mead I picked up when I went to visit my mom.
Nice.
Very nice.
So
Mead,
my
actual
big-
mead.
Actual mead. It's wicked sour red cherry, so it's pretty good. And then for those crit fails, I've got some nice.
So I found out that there was like exactly 2 bottles of that whiskey in King County, and they're $200. So I'm not going to get one of those, but I did
Oh.
find a Norwegian gin,
Wow.
which I'm very much enjoying.
Sounds good.
A Norwegian
Also-
what?
Gin.
Nice.
A lot of juniper, but also blueberry, which is really interesting.
Blueberry usually would imply that it was a slow gin.
They didn't
Because
market
like
it that way.
the same distillery that does this whiskey also makes gin, and their slow gin has blueberries in it instead of slow berries.
Ooh.
So
All I know is gin tasty good.
yep.
Yes.
Belguts,
So
what you
quick
drinking?
shout out. Oh,
wait,
my
hold on,
bad.
hold on.
The-
Just sparkling water. Nothing special.
So, okay, Belguts brings up a good point.
Hmm.
In my household, we drink a lot of sparkling water, and like this is like flavored sparkling water, but there's a lot of brands out there. And I have to admit, Spindrift is like top of the line for me. It's the Rolls Royce of sparkling waters. And I don't know why. Like, it's just like the flavors don't taste plasticky, don't taste artificial. The flavors actually taste like the actual fruit.
Spindrift.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I've been.
I'll have to give them a
enjoying those.
try because I don't usually like sparkling waters. But I think it's because a lot of them taste
they use
kind
real
of
fruit.
fake and plasticky.
Yeah, exactly. I like majority of them. Like LaCroix is okay, but like the Safeway brand sparkling waters and the Trader Joe's sparkling water brands are just.
Or
You don't use
the
GMOs. You watch it.
plastic bottled one that's like you see everywhere. I can't remember what the brand is, but it's like, I don't know, it's super common. Like I've tried that
Yeah.
before and it's like, it's just not good.
We used to have pizza in the office.
Carlin, what were you saying?
So, and this is very important. So I deserve credit for being so patient and not like blowing up and flailing my arms. One, shout out to Warrior Womp in the chat. Always
Hell
good
yeah.
to see.
Warrior Womp, we love you.
He has brought to my attention that there is an Old Bay summer ale made by
Ooh.
Flying Dog. And somehow we all need to acquire some of that and try it on the stream.
Going
because-
online now.
You
Yep.
had
Yeah,
my attention.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
had my curiosity. Now you've got my attention.
Okay, we might need to organize everyone getting the Old Bay. What was it? You said Flying Dog made it?
Yeah, it's Old Bay Dead Rise Summer Ale.
Dead Rise Old Bay.
Yeah.
We might need to organize everyone getting a can of that. And we all try it live on air. Thank you, Warrior Womp.
Yes,
I'm
thank
ridiculous
you.
enough to do that.
For sharing
Yeah.
your wisdom.
Thank you much.
Yes, yes. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Did you already find it?
Where to buy? No, I don't want you to do that.
Do
I
they
just
carry
want-
it in like any big retailer or something like that? You have to go like Bevmo or something. There's no Bevmos here in New York. I gotta find it somewhere.
No
Anyway,
locations found near me. No.
okay.
Well,
Recap of where we were.
Figure it out.
The team successfully, they are in Zalaman Takesh, the capital of the Infernal Dwarves nation, the Dwarves of the East. And the five of you were tasked with making sure the three of the four leaders came back to the bargaining table, back to the capital to talk with the leader of Asharuk. You have already convinced one leader to come back and speak to the leader, to the overlord, and that is now, what is his name? Harmon's son. my
Ultra
goodness.
Ultra Harmon.
Hamish Ultra.
Hamish,
that's his
Hamish
son.
Ultra, who is
Hamish
now the
Ultra.
leader of the Shackles.
Well,
You
now
convinced
he's
I
in
him.
don't
the way like
remember
a
if he
little girl.
survived the battle.
He survived. He survived.
Okay.
He's over in the corner.
Oh,
You
right,
convinced him to
right. He ran from everything. Okay, that's right.
You convinced him to come back and speak with the Overlord. Oh, when you brought him back and then went in with everyone, suddenly these mechanical spiders came out of nowhere and started attacking, and then eventually defending the travel gate, the warp gate, that was behind the gates of Zalaman. After the battle, they fought with Chaladastra, who then disappeared in anger and fled. And you guys decided you really needed to defend Harmon, who is Hamish's son, the man-child.
For whatever reason.
Because he's a child.
And an idiot.
Yeah, and an idiot.
The-
True.
Because the neurodivergent need to be
Not
protected.
mutually exclusive.
Yes, correct. Man with a giant teddy bear golem is not going to let the child run into the middle of a spider construct battle.
Fair.
During the battle, the Overlord kind of ran away, ran into his private chambers. Hamish basically did the same thing and cowered in the corner. And you defended Harmon while these spiders set up a perimeter around the gate. And that's where we are now. Yeah, I mean, it's these mechanical spiders have set up. They're like non-moving. They came into perfect position in like sentry position in a formation in front of the gate, and they're standing there, quiet, and just the only sound that's left in the room is Harmon struggling against the restraints of Carlin holding him back, and he's saying, "I shall defend you, brother. Just stay. Let me go."
No, you stay with the cleric boy.
This is not your fight. There's nothing you can do.
Right. You'd be squashed like a little bug. I guess.
The spider constructs,
Are they moving anywhere towards us?
they're totally still, right? Like almost
Totally still.
playing
Totally
playing inanimate. Okay. Preston and Jeremy will link up over here and be kind of inching around with Jeremy covering Preston to go dig Hamish out of the corner.
Okay. As you
Any
approach-
reaction?
No reaction.
Okay.
As you approach Hamish, you see him. Give me a perception check real quick. A quick perception check.
Great, and then I have another thing to roll after that, but perception check. Decent.
What was that? A total of 18?
18.
Oh, also, I gotta fix that. It's not showing the current rolls in this. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, no, it does.
Yep.
18. There it goes. Okay. As you approach, you hear in the corner. He's faced into the corner, crouched, hands over his head, and you hear a little bit like, "Oh my god!" And then
Nope.
as you get
Perfect.
and as you get, okay, how do you
Go
want to
ahead.
approach? Yeah.
Oh, intimidation was what I was going to say next.
Can
What
I
do you say?
demoralize him first with the glare?
Yeah, let me. He's not looking at you yet. Go second. I'll get him up, and then you can demoralize him. Chill. I'm walking over to him and saying, "Hey, you, get up. Get up. Get your son and get out."
Give me that intimidation check.
Fuck off. Hero point. Hero point. Immediately my hero
Immediate
point for
hero
the night.
point.
Done,
Oh,
done,
right.
done, done.
Everybody make sure you add your hero points back in.
I haven't yet, but I spent mine. There you go.
Thank
How about a
God.
23?
Right.
23.
I'm
There
gonna-
you go.
I'm gonna
No, that
mosey
was a
over to-
split-second decision there.
No, I have a 10. I'm not failing this. Plus 10.
Yeah.
All right.
Against his will DC, which I'm guessing is not better than 18.
It is not. Yeah, as you say this, and you, with the first words out of your mouth, get up. You see him, shake, react with a shock, turn around and stand up, and he wipes away from wipes underneath his eyes and straightens his jacket. He says, "Yes, yeah, allergies. Just something that caught my eye. Yes, of
Okay,
course."
no, I'm stepping right into him, and I will lower my voice so that the rest are not hearing. But I'm just saying, your son just stood up like an absolute gentleman and tried to save your life in the face of completely certain death. You don't deserve him. Go get him and get the fuck out of here. Now.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, yes, of course. Yeah,
Step back to let him go.
As he straightens himself again, walks past you to eyeing very warily the spiders that are on the throne stand. Says, "Yes, Harmon, you've very, very well done. Bravo. We must return to our people in the shackles. Bring the news from the Overlord. Tell him of our heroic deeds in this moment of need for the city."
Your
And,
heroic deeds, my foot.
And I
Come
shoot everybody a look that does my best just to say, just let him go. Don't say anything. Just let him go. We can use this later. Let him go.
I
Really?
do the zipper motion across the front of my helmet.
Diggy
Thank
is
you.
now doing his best impersonation of Yosemite Sam.
Thank you. That's good enough.
Yeah.
Harmon says, Really, Dad? You think I did a good job? Oh, that. And you just see him wide-eyed and so happy. A big smirk comes across his face. And with that, Hamish comes up to Harmon, puts his arm over his shoulder. Again, Harmon's eyes light up. And he walks him toward the entry to the ziggurat and out.
Well, I don't know if the title is hereditary, but that
no.
boy might
We're all
actually
thinking it.
make a good ultra someday.
He's so certainly ultra.
He's something, all right.
I am the Ultra.
Anybody need a beer?
Oh,
Still got this keg here.
Yeah. Right. So, bear me. Bear me like 4. You know what? Just give me the keg.
All right.
Has the keg been tapped?
Yeah, I've been saying none.
Legitimate question. Diggy's curious to. Has it been tapped already?
Yes.
It's one of
It's
those
tapped.
like
Alright then.
smaller ones,
Like,
right?
it's a smaller
Yeah,
one.
it's
I mean,
a-
like,
it's
I'm
a mini
carrying it,
keg.
so it can't be that big.
Well, a mini keg on a goblin
Diggy's
is
gonna
probably
take it from
about
you.
the size proportionally to a regular keg on.
Of the goblin.
Yeah.
what would one estimate is the melee reach of a large construct spider?
Let's see.
Because
5
I'd like
feet.
to move up to one step away from that. Here?
Let's go
I would
ahead.
say 5 feet.
Let's go ahead and do a recall knowledge.
By all
it-
means.
We've really been not using recall knowledge correctly in this campaign. Recall knowledge is really
Okay.
like an action you use in combat to learn the strengths and weaknesses of your enemy.
Yeah. And I am equal in Arcana and Crafting. So either of those are.
Those are
Either
likely
one.
the two that are needed for this, as it
Yeah.
is a.
All right.
I want to go
So-
look at the construct. Says the
I'll do an
summoner.
Arcana check.
21.
21. So it has a standard reach, so that's 5 feet.
Okay.
What else do you need to know about this guy?
It is a construct. Is it a mechanical construct? What kind of power source does it have?
It is a mechanical construct. If
Hydraulic
you-
skiers?
gears, the power source you're seeing, it's like it's almost like springs and loadings, like inside of an old school clock kind of situation.
Clockwork. Yeah, clockwork. Interesting.
You do know if you score a critical hit against one of these guys, it becomes clumsy. It's
Very
a little
good to
shaky
know.
on its feet.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna step away a bit in case there's some more stupidity. Want no part of this.
You know, I don't even have the map up right now. Hold on one second.
I'm
There
gonna
we go.
start walking towards the door. The whole reason that I wanted to come in here is no longer in here. I mean, technically he is,
Guys,
but he's not in the room, and I'm not gonna barge into his private chambers just to try and get him to murder somebody who potentially wronged him and definitely wronged me.
All right, this is
okay.
Yet.
Go ahead, Preston.
I'm not opposed to leaving, and it sounds like several other people are interested in doing so, but maybe one last attempt as you all turn away, if that's what we're doing. I will try to talk to a spider and say, excuse me, do you have a voice? Do you have a radio? Can you... No?
Mm,
No?
that's again. Let's give me a crafting,
Sure.
Can I aid him
Diplomacy?
to
Diplomacy.
crafting?
crafting or diplomacy.
Diplomacy's even better. You're working at all my strengths right now.
Ooh,
Perfect.
26.
Oh, Jesus.
26.
Nice.
I'm hoping for a
So-
response.
As you kind of like walk into its front like visual cone of one of the spiders, and you kind of like move around, it's still perfectly still. But when you talk to it, what do you say?
Verbatim, what I just said. Just trying to get its attention. Can you speak?
You hear a voice come from the spider, but this is, I guess, as your characters would find this very strange and like awkward, but us as humans in our society understand what this is. It's like a voice coming through a megaphone or a voice coming through
Yeah.
a cheap speaker.
For any of those of you that are old enough to have experienced the like Atari voice modules, on 2600 games.
Hold on, I've got something for this. I've got something for this. Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. Hold on.
Soundboard.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay. What one is this? Is this 3? No, it's 2.
Wonder what we're counting.
So something like this.
Ooh, yes,
Ooh, hell yeah.
excellent.
Yeah.
Do you have hardware for that or software?
Yep,
I've been looking
it's-
for a good one.
It's
have a hardware
it's
piece?
hardware. Yeah.
Which
Go
brand did
XLR.
you go? Go XLR. Got it.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's so worth it.
It's one of the ones that I was looking for.
Yeah, it's so
I need
worth it.
to. I
Okay,
need to set
thank
up
you.
more. I need to set up more voice modulations
Yep.
or more instances like this. I should have set it up for this, but I didn't expect you to talk to it like this way. But
Peter was in a campaign with me where I was using Morphox to do some stuff, some
It was
echo,
cool.
some demonic.
So as you say that, coming through the spider in this, speakerized voice, you hear, "Who are you? And why do you need to be in contact with the warp gate?"
My name is Preston. I was here looking for somebody who I briefly found, and I don't know what a warp gate is, but I would be interested in hearing about it.
The warp gate is the most important thing in this world. It's what
Yes?
can connect all points of this land and grant whoever has access to it the power to move across the globe.
Well, that's fascinating. And you
Isn't that nice?
that's behind you? That's what that is?
Yes.
Cool. Cool.
Has anyone ever
What
heard
Carl
what
of
can
are
say
your
from the back.
intentions? Are you trying to get to the Waygate? This might
I
sound
think
odd,
I'm
but
looking
I'm
over
not
my
gonna,
shoulder.
I'm not gonna. And this might sound odd, but the reason why I dispersed these spiders was to prevent anyone from touching the gate, and
Oh,
that god-forsaken Chaladastra
oh,
was after it.
Chaladastra?
Yes. The bane of my existence, Chaladastra.
You seem to have strong opinions.
He is a turd stick.
Very strong opinions.
She's not wrong.
Sorry, I don't mean to pry, but what happened between you to...
This is too long of a conversation to have over.
Fair. Are
Why
you...
don't
Okay,
you-
actually, could we back up a second? Are you the spider, or are you just operating?
Oh, pardon me. I did not make myself clear. My name is Urki the Magnificent.
Do I get
Urki
reactions
the
from...
Magnificent.
Okay.
Yeah, you get nothing
Have
from
I heard of
anybody
Urki
here.
the Magnificent before?
Oh, interesting. Okay. We were that far down in the continuity. Cool.
I and for many years have been the keeper of the warp gates,
I see.
the protector. And just recently, When someone brought the Rod of Zalaman to this warp gate, it's been opened, and I have been tasked with keeping it safe, and that's why I have dispersed my minions and myself into the city of Zalaman Takesh to keep it protected.
So wait, you're here.
And not just here, but the whole city.
Oh yes. If you preferred, if you would like to talk about this more, please head over to the Nebizgesh portion of the city. I have set up residence there. Please come join me. I'll be happy to explain more to you. But whatever you do, don't touch the warp gate.
Not a problem. Nope, that's fine. Yes, we will. Do you have an address? Should we ask for? Just start asking around for Urki? You don't have to actually tell me, just as long as the character knows how to actually go talk to this person and not just.
Don't you
go,
worry. Just
go to LA. I live in LA.
Just come. head over to the Pistons. You'll see me. I'll find you.
Fine. It's been very interesting meeting you.
Out of curiosity, how long has Preston been in the city?
Not particularly long. Months, not years.
Okay,
Does that sound right?
longer than we've been in the city, so
True.
you potentially would remember a giant construct climbing the ziggurat.
I would very much remember a giant
That
monster
was-
climbing the ziggurat.
That was Urki.
Oh,
It depends. It
Was
depends if
it?
Preston was in the center of the city when that happened.
I'm sure you heard
people
about
would
it.
people
Yeah,
would
yeah,
talk
yeah,
about it.
yeah. At the very least, would have.
And
talked
the
about it.
fact
And I
that the
don't
word
know-
construct is involved means that Preston is immediately interested. So, I'm at least passingly familiar. I don't need to have seen it, but I need to have known that. Oh yeah. Were they clockwork? Were they giant clockwork?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was. I mean, it's same design as the
I didn't.
spiders.
Yeah,
imagine.
it's the same design of the spiders. I didn't really clarify clockwork or not, but it's definitely steampunkish, clockworkish,
So I'm making the
Wild Wild
Pepe
West
Sylvia pegboard
spider-esque.
thread between King Kong construct and Spider construct teleport gate guardians.
basically.
Probably have something to do with each other. Okay, so we should go.
Would Diggy know where this,
So
this
it's-
location is?
It's
Question
heading toward evening right now as the gates of the ziggurat are opened.
Question for the game master, real quick.
That's me.
How much of a connection is known through the city about the events leading up to Urki climbing the ziggurat? Specifically, like, does the general populace know that she came through the portal, or is it just kind of she appeared? Nobody outside of who was in the ziggurat knows that it was that she came through the
Diggy.
portal.
You're being loud. To answer your question, you were unsure at this point because since I guess I don't know. Give me a good old society check. Because since this happened, you really
Alrighty then.
haven't been hanging out in any taverns and chatting up the local populace.
Except for that one time when we recruited Diggy.
Yeah, true. You did hang out in that bar, Harmon's bar, Hamish's
Society,
bar.
right?
Mm-hmm.
That's
18.
going to be pretty
Ooh.
good.
Yeah.
24.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely good enough. Okay. The rumors around town regarding this incident is that the rumors have, it's a big game of telephone. When it got back to you, the rumors in the city are that a giant spider not a mechanical spider, just a giant spider, has invaded, came from the bowels of the ziggurat, and is currently occupying the Pistons of Nebuzkesh, which is the district of the city that is ruled by Nebuzkesh, the god, or is under that influence. People have been fleeing the area. There's been numerous sightings of spiders and spider attacks. But that's all that you
Cool.
get.
Cool. That perfectly answers my question.
Great.
That's great.
So if we're sort of turning around and heading out the door, which it sounds like we are,
We should.
as soon as we get out or to the point where we can sort of see the sky, Carlin sort of jolts, like he just realized something very important.
As he
And-
did.
Yes. Yes,
Yep,
Old
there
Bay
it is.
caramel popcorn.
Oh,
Glorious.
so good. It's so beautiful.
It's so good.
So what you said it's evening. Give me a
Mhm.
vague time frame.
6, 7-ish, so sun is setting.
Okay, so not that bad. Okay.
No, it is 11:59 p.m.
Shit.
Joke.
Uh,
No, it's 6 or 7 o'clock.
So he'll turn to Preston and say, so at one point you had mentioned that you are familiar with baking cakes. Is that
Yeah. Yes.
still true?
It hasn't changed in the last couple of hours now.
Perfect. So, team, let's huddle up here for a second. I need to go back to the bar where we met Diggy. And if you would be so kind as to help me, Preston, I need to bake a cake, like, soon. Like, before midnight, definitely.
I still have no idea why this is happening, but I can promise you it will be the high point of my night. Please.
Perfect. Let's suffice to say that there are contracts involved, and I am but a simple man and don't fully understand the consequences of what happens if I don't bake this cake. So
Let's not find out.
I think I should do it. Yes, exactly.
To your point, Preston, this is going to be the highlight of everybody's night,
Oh, yeah.
regardless of what
Maybe
the
not
outcome
Carlin.
is.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
not Carlin's, depending.
And you also so this is to be given away, right? We're giving away this cake.
Correct. It
Great.
is a very interesting character's birthday.
Great. Mission revision. We're baking 2 cakes.
Okay.
2 cakes.
We're going to eat a cake. We're going to eat a goddamn cake. That'll be the highlight of the whole day.
Fantastic.
There you go. Perfect.
That never even crossed my mind. Baking 2
Someone
cakes.
needed to say it. Someone needed to say it.
Okay, so
Okay.
you all head back to Hamish's bar.
Correct. I'm assuming he's too busy to be there, which is great.
Yes.
So we've got Diggy and kind of free reign of the place.
Real quick, I just have to point out Warrior Womp's comment. The cakes have never been higher.
Which goes at the top of the list for the evening in terms of episode titles.
Yes, it does.
That's A+ work,
That
Warrior
is-
Womp.
Oh, so good.
Nice.
Oh man,
Absolutely top of the list.
That
he's getting
is-
really good at this.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Cheers to Warrior Womp for the episode naming skills.
It's on the
Um,
list.
You head back to Hamish's bar, and tending bar now is Harmon. Which is surprising.
It's a surprise.
He's doing his best, but he's dropping some glasses here and there. He's trying to make some mixed drinks, but they are not very good. But it's this is the evening time.
How old is this child, by the way?
He's like 22.
Yeah, he's 20.
Oh, okay. So
He's in his
he's a
20s.
full-grown child. Got it.
As we walk in,
That's right.
can I make a reflex save or a dexterity check or something? As the very next glass he drops, can I do like some sort of dive to try and save it?
Well, let me paint the picture for you first here. You
Okay.
walk in, and this is evening time, peak hour for this tavern. Lots of people are here. Majority are infernal dwarves. Drinking, merry-making, loud conversations, clinking of glasses, laughing, yelling. It's not raucous, but it's it's a loud, active space. Harmon is behind the bar, furiously trying to get all the drink orders done. There are numerous people at the bar waving their hand and says, "Me next! You didn't do my drink!" For you to get to the bar, it's a little bit of a jostle. You gotta push
I
your
can
way
fly.
You can
Oh, I'm
fly
free
if you
with
want.
my elbows. I am
But, I mean, like, that's-
legitimately free with my elbows as I'm walking through this place.
Yeah, I mean, like
And we
that.
just draft on Diggy.
I'll just fly over the crowd because
Because I'm in.
And the thing you also notice is you look around the space. There is no Lamasu here. There is no
course there isn't.
Emerald. There's no Emerald here.
Right.
I think I need to state out loud that I'm going to have put Jeremy away for now.
Yeah.
Jeremy
I
has
made that
demanifested.
assumption. The giant teddy
Right.
bear would not fit in this scene.
Gonna be legitimately like a fully padded up football player,
Right.
just
Chilling.
going right down through people. And
Just
since they're mostly infernal dwarves, we're all
face-palming
about
people.
the same size. Yeah. No, I legitimately, if anybody like walks into the path, he's just gonna like put a hand out into their face and move them back. And then he's gonna walk behind the bar and serve only the people that he's with.
Oh, you're not gonna help Harmon. You're just gonna serve your friends.
Nice.
I'm gonna first serve my friends, and then maybe I'll help Harmon. I'm gonna sit back and let him work for a minute before he. I gotta see.
Okay,
I gotta see what I can
um,
fix before I can fix it.
So you easily make it to the bar. Give me a. Ooh, you do have a skill like bartending or something like that,
I
right?
do. My background is as a barkeep.
Please tell me you have lore mixology.
I have lore alcohol.
Lower alcohol. So yes,
Honestly,
give me.
strike out, rewrite it. Mixology. Hey,
no,
I feel like it encompasses.
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
it's I think it's better as lore alcohol because this isn't a cocktail bar.
Admittedly. Also, lore alcohol allows him to understand the other uses of alcohol.
Indeed.
Yes.
Like the way it goes boom sometimes,
So true.
Give me.
and the way it can purify.
I never thought I'd say this, but give me an alcohol check.
All right.
Cheers.
That
Here we
also
are.
goes on the list.
We're gonna need more
21.
episodes.
21. So yeah, you not only go behind the bar, you
Okay.
hop over the bar and you start slanging some alcoholic beverages. Like this is straight out of the movie Cocktail.
Like
the
I'm Tom
classic movie
Cruise,
Cocktail
and
with
this is
Tom
Cocktail.
Cruise. And then
So
and then as you're pouring drinks, you're like doing some juggling with the drinks and stuff, some flair, like the whole crowd's into it. You accidentally lose control of one and it tumbles in the air towards Harmon, and it's some sort of like magic or connection with you, Diggy. Harmon grabs it out of the air, flips it around twice, pours a drink with it, flips it around 2 more times, flips it over his head back to you, and you catch it.
And I catch it and go, "That's right, boyo. You gotta relax. You're thinking too much. This is not a thinking man's job. This is a reacting man's job. You don't have time to think. You just hear what they want and then you get it for them."
That
so
warms my heart.
can we just say that a 21 on an alcohol check is a crit regardless of whether it actually was or not?
No, it's not a crit. You didn't roll a 20. No.
I would say it's just a standard success, right?
This is a success.
Success.
It's at least it's at least
almost
a success.
should be the DC for alcohol checks.
Depending on which state you're in.
I can't argue
Which
that
country?
point. I mean, sometimes it's an 18, depending.
Sometimes
I think Diggy would know.
Well, are we
I think for
serving?
some
Are we
places it's
serving
a 16.
full alcohol? Or are we serving near beer? Like that's the question, right?
Well, I mean, if it's a dwarves establishment, there's
The
nothing
beer
like
is
a near
higher
beer
proof.
here.
yeah, the beer is higher proof than
Then-
most hard liquors in a dwarven establishment.
You can legitimately set the beer on fire.
Yeah.
And, you know,
So you
It
and
just
Harmon
happens
continue to serve drinks. Everyone in your group is served drinks, whatever you guys want. Preston, Octavia, Belgux, Carlin. And then you kind of
Apples for the horse.
apples for the horse. Diggy, do you want to
Like,
continue
Ci-
helping Harmon?
cider. Cider for the horse.
once I feel like he's got himself a good rhythm going, I step back and let the man work. Because he's never been really that good at anything. And so I think I would take a moment to wait until he's distracted and not realize that I'm back there with him anymore, and just sort of vanish to the other side of the bar. By the way, I'm taking a whole bottle of what is the best whiskey I can find that I had tucked behind somewhere, and that's coming with me.
All right, cool. As you're fading away, you hear Harmon kind of talking to himself, and he says, I've never felt good at anything. I'm always trying to make my father happy, and I just can't do it. But Diggy, I've never felt this good. I've never felt this important. My life has meaning. I want to be a mixologist.
I've never felt you alive.
Hey, so as Diggy is sort of fading into the crowd, he's going to say loud enough to almost sound like a whisper in Harmon's ear. That's right, boy. And you'll be the greatest this city has ever seen. You just keep on keeping on. And that's the way you go.
That's beautiful.
That's a touching moment.
It's a new side quest.
So while all this is happening, Belgux, Octavia, Preston, Carlin, what are you guys doing at the bar?
Well, we have to invade the kitchen.
And it'll be the first time that decent food is made in this bar ever.
Well, it all depends on if Octavia helps or not.
I feel like
I got
Well, you
4
know what
left
happens
hooves.
is that person that's going to slap your hands away when you're doing it wrong. Like, gently, but no.
Well, you can't do that. I don't have any hands.
Mouth?
Just slap.
Is that what you're
Oh,
using
I
to manipulate
think I
things?
would be intelligent enough to not use my mouth around food that somebody else was going to eat.
So Carlin, and who else is going into the kitchen area?
Carlin and
Okay.
Preston.
At
Go,
minimum.
Petsuko.
Yeah.
We could
First
use
thing
the
I will
alchemist.
do behind the bar is go up to Harmon and ask him, not getting in his way, but Harmon, have you seen the Lamasu this evening? He was in here earlier.
Well, Carlin, I'm a little busy right now, Carlin, but Emerald comes in only sometimes. He's usually at the Brass Bull Casino. That's where he usually is. He usually
Right.
comes here when he loses
Okay.
all his money.
Okay, so at the casino, that
We still
That
have a heist
checks
to
out.
plan.
was that in character?
Yes.
One thing at a time. Cake first, heist second.
Or never. We could just do cake.
I'm more in agreement with Preston on this one.
We definitely start with cake, either way.
Yes.
All right, so you head into the kitchen. You open the door to this separate, small, little dark room, and the door creaks as it opens, and just a cloud of, from the movement inside the room, the cloud of dust just picks up, and it's just like, there's no light in there. It's a cramped little space. It looks like these cooking utensils haven't been used in a while. Everything smells like burnt bread.
Yep,
And even as you open the door,
not a surprise,
even as you open
is
the
it?
door, a pot lid falls off the adjacent wall and lands on the floor, and clink, 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 clink,
Yep.
clink, 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 and you're like,
Great.
oh.
Octavia, I need you.
Diggy, with the stealth of a waiter creeping up on people, appears next to Preston
Okay.
and says, I didn't have much reason for crafting much in here other than the drinks. So, sorry for the state.
It's fine, not worried about that for right now. What you could do, though, would be to grab a broom and start cleaning up some place for us to work, and a stovetop.
Rate them.
Okay, so you explicitly asked for Octavia.
I did,
correct?
yes.
Okay. Did Octavia actually get cider? Like alcoholic cider?
Yeah.
If you
Okay.
wanted it.
What arrives in the kitchen is a heavily inebriated Pegasus.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
Here we go.
Perfect. We're on a good track here.
I love
think.
This
this.
is
I'm a
great.
fan of this plan. Let's
Yeah.
see where it takes us.
No, I know exactly where this is going.
As far as Carlin knows,
What do you need?
nothing specifically in the contract said the cake had to be good.
Good. I know, I understand, but that's not the challenge anymore. The
Right.
challenge is now to make a great cake with this shit. I sigh heavily at Octavia, and I point at Belgux and say, okay, the two of you take this money. I need you to find me the best that you can. Flour, eggs, milk, butter, sugar.
Just a little bit of background lore here. This would have been Octavia's very first alcoholic beverage.
Really?
Which is why.
No.
Cool. This will be fun then. I'm
Which
gonna
is
split
why-
the party and you two have fun.
Inebriated Pegasus
Yep.
is she probably only had a couple of sips.
Yep. Take my 5 silver pieces. Go and find me those ingredients. Come back as soon as you can.
Are any of those things in this room?
Oh,
My
I don't want
expectations are
anything,
not
any
high.
one of those. If they are, I don't want them.
Fair.
If they are, they're not food anymore.
Fair.
Aye, that's a wise choice.
All right.
All right, so
Very a wise choice.
Belgux and Octavia, you head out in search of these ingredients?
I hand you 5 silver pieces.
I assume Belgux takes the silver pieces.
Yeah.
In her inebriated state, Octavia is going to grab Belgux by the collar behind his neck and throw him up on her back, and then run out the door.
We ride!
You know what? This might work out after all.
You haven't known us for very long. Don't jump to any conclusions.
Nope. I'm just
But
trying to
it
stay
might.
hopeful.
Does Belgux have a reaction to being thrown upon a Pegasus back and run off?
Belgux, what do you think?
Apparently not.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's just going with it.
He just goes with it. I love it.
Belgux and Octavia, both of you give me either crafting,
Okay.
society, or survival.
I can do crafting. Couple of
I can do survival. What penalty should I take?
That's for me to know and you to find out.
Okay. I am perfectly okay with it being unknown.
Well, I got a 13.
13?
I couldn't have asked for a better roll. That is
Not
going to
seeing
be
it
a
in the feed,
12.
Ooh, it's Dwarf Fortress time. Losing is fun.
Okay, so as you guys head
Oh, it
out, you
absolutely
realize
is
at this
fun.
hour the markets are closed. The food stalls are empty.
I have a great idea.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I'm a rogue, right?
Oh, okay.
Try to steal this stuff?
Yeah.
As you're
so.
riding down the road, a goblin riding a miniature Pegasus. You're going down the main market, and from one alley, as you're clip clop walking by, you hear, "Hey guys,
Oh, I'm going
Hey.
full bore.
hey,
like-
hey, you two, goblin on a Pegasus. Hey, come over here.
Screeching halt. Like skidding a little bit to stop, and like, yeah, exactly, like classic Looney Tunes.
As you stop and look, you see hanging out in this alleyway is a goblin. Just a nondescript goblin. He's wearing a brown robe. But for some reason he has one single monocle in his eye. And he says,
Love where this is going.
You kids
What-
want to see a dead body?
What you guys doing? You guys need anything? Can I help you out?
Is he wearing a trench coat? Is he going to offer them watches?
Are they gonna flash him? I
Like
don't know.
clockwork stuff.
Well, that doesn't mean he's not going to have watches on the inside of that trench coat.
Do
Yeah,
you,
See
See
fine.
anything you like?
Warrior Womp had the same
do you
question.
need
Is he gonna
anything
try to
this
sell us a
evening?
Rolex?
Do you need
Oh, we
anything?
need
Can I help
some,
you out?
Cooking ingredients.
Oh, oh, I got something you can cook with. I got something you can cook with real good. Come on back this way.
He's trying to sell you meth.
We're gonna add to the list of Octavia's firsts tonight.
Quite possibly.
It's a big night.
You ever tried cocaine?
All right. Well,
Yeah, no, this sounds like a great idea.
what's the worst that can happen?
So as you head down the alley a little ways, you come onto this little, like, it's a cart, like it's a two-wheeled cart, but it's so small it's designed for a single goblin to carry, like a rickshaw. And on this little cart is all sorts of wares. Numerous containers, small vials of liquid, like a ham hock, a razor tusk hawk hanging from dried meat, salted razor tusk hawk, hanging from the back end of it. This is
Yeah,
What do you-
because
what do you-
Octavia needs more mystery potions.
what do you drink? What are you cooking this evening?
We're making a cake, so we need like flour, butter, sugar, salt. Whatever.
All that there? I'm not sure.
Octavian just shouts
Eggs.
eggs.
I've
Thank you.
Like top of her lungs.
Eggies!
Well, my friend, I've got all those things, but just a little different than your standard. So you see, I purvey in the exotic foods. You can call me the premier exotic food vendor in this city. And he brushes off his lapel. Let's see here. Flour. I've got stone flour from the what am I trying to say? The great dwarves of the west, right here. See this right here? This and he brings out a little paper bag filled with looks like flour, but it's a little darker, a little grayer. He says, "This
Bake
stuff
dwarf bread.
will make this will make your bread delicious."
It's just rock powder. There's nothing like.
It's just gravel,
It's
like
just
like
it's
super
just
fine
ground up
gravel.
rocks. That's what dwarven flour is.
And you see also here eggs. I've got cockatrice eggs. And he brings out eggs that are like roughly double the size of a regular chicken egg.
Hold up. All right, I'm not there.
These and
Might
they're
work.
they're modeled in purple. Like it's a regular color of an egg, but it's got
You can do
modeling
what you
that's
like.
that's purple.
Live.
This my friend is the
I'm not sure those are edible.
taste
but,
upon your tongue when you get this egg in your mouth. It's so good. That's one of those. And then what else were you looking for?
Butter, sugar, salt. But
Butter.
We're relatively simple people. We don't need such quite exotic things. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
butter, and he completely ignores you. What you're saying, butter. I've got some delectable mammoth butter. Oh, it's a little. You might get some hairs in there, but it's
No,
absolutely
no, hold on.
velvety.
Oh, no, can I? Lobster butter. If you are familiar with what lobster butter actually is.
No. He's got mammoth butter, mammoth udder butter.
Udder butter, mammoth butter.
And then lastly, you see, I don't have any sugar. Sugar's harder to come by, but I've got this stuff down from this other city called Nedzed. They got a lot of crabs there. It's the Bay of Old seasoning. I don't exactly know what's in it, but it smells fabulous.
Okay, real quick. How much were we privy to what Carlin needs to do? I don't remember if we were actually.
I did huddle everybody up.
Yeah. You told him he's required to bake a cake for Emerald on his birthday, or the contract is forfeit, so he will not help you. He was gonna help you
With the heist, potentially.
with the heist.
Right.
And potentially some other things that we don't even know about might happen.
And last thing you need is some salt. Oh, I just call this stuff happy salt. And he brings it out in some very fine white powder. So those are your
It's a salt lick.
ingredients. And he says, "Oh yeah,
Cocaine's
all
one
this
hell of a
stuff
drug."
I can give to you for a solid, just an easy 10 gold."
Oh, that is far beyond our budget.
Octavia throws 10 gold to the. It was a goblin?
Yeah, the goblin. Goblin,
Yeah.
he snatches it, bam, within a blink of an eye, he has put all these ingredients, all of them he's ascribed to you, into a sack, handed it straight out to Octavia. Do you take it?
Yeah.
Take it.
Eh?
Exotic
instantaneously, like,
ingredients.
yeah,
It's gotta be better. It's gotta be good. It's gotta be better than normal.
he pulls like a string on his little rickshaw. Everything collapses down. He grabs the little the handholds and just he just goes down the alleyway and is just around the corner before you can see anything.
Disney's out of town. Okay.
Yep.
Well, that was fast. Let's make
Okay,
our
so
way
we
back.
have dwarven flour. We
No,
have
because we still need sugar.
Oh, we need sugar.
You still need
Okay.
sugar.
You've got happy sugar.
And another thing that no one else has mentioned.
It was happy salt and
Oh,
Bay
right.
of Old
No.
seasoning.
I can't wait till they get back with the happy
No.
salt.
It was the like because the Bay of Old seasoning I thought was in place of the salt.
yeah, the Bay of Old seasoning was the place of the salt.
So yeah, I think
Okay.
it's okay. Yeah,
No,
as
no,
far
no,
as
no.
Octavia's concerned,
Other way around, but yeah.
You
You've
had
got
happy
all the
salt,
ingredients.
and you
I'm
had-
just gonna say
We
right
got
now
all the
you've got all
ingredients.
the
That's
ingredients.
all we can understand.
oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay. Well then, okay. Well, no, hold on, because in Octavia's mind, we're still missing the sugar. Then, if sugar was
Yep.
not explicitly mentioned as part of what was given to us, if
Yep.
the word sugar was not used, we still need sugar.
Okay.
So, I mean, my original plan still stands. Drunk Pegasus trying to break into some place to steal some sugar.
Let's go.
Alright.
Let's go.
All right,
Well, we can go
we're
down
gonna
to the market,
flash.
right?
We're
We
gonna
can all do-
flash back to Carlin and Preston in the kitchen. What are you guys doing?
Cleaning, mostly.
What do we need to do?
Oh, I need
Okay.
to take the 10
We
gold off
need,
the
yeah, we need to find enough tools, clean enough space, and like operate an oven to be able to bake this cake. Right?
Got it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
We need
Great.
clean water. We need knives, bowls, whisks. We need a cake pan, 2 cake pans, or something.
I think I got some square pots around here somewhere. I don't know
Yeah.
anything about circles.
All right, definitely
Fine,
you have
fine, don't care.
you have some metal bowls and such that you can use as cake pans. They're there.
Okay, yeah.
Everything is
Sure.
dirty. Both of you give me cool, what would you do for cleaning? I guess
Craft,
In this
crafting.
kitchen, athletics.
Or thievery. Yeah.
elbow
yeah,
grease check.
kinda
Religion.
real.
Intimidation.
It's help. It
Intimidate the
helps.
stains right
wait,
off of the.
Nope. Screw all of you. I know prestidigitation.
There you go.
There you go.
Perfect.
There you go. Perfect.
I was about
Cook
to say
Just
survival.
asking about that on Monday.
Cook, lift, make, and tidy. So I'm in a chair in the corner like this, sorcerer's apprenticing the kitchen, and also still expecting the 2 of you to be cleaning.
I mean,
Fine.
here's the thing. Diggy's been forced to
Happy
clean
to
this
help.
place so much that if he sees you sitting, he's going to stop and start drinking.
Arguably, you could roll deception to see if you can fool.
That's true. I think I've spent enough time with you all that, like, that's what I would do to a stranger. You all, I will sit down and, like, try to command. And I will also, by the way, I can fire up musical accompaniment, and we can get that
Oh.
going.
Lovely.
So we're rocking along.
Montage.
Yeah. And I'm like, Diggy,
Oh,
you
yeah,
could drink
music
while you work.
montage,
I
for
don't.
Sure.
I don't mind that at
Oh,
all. but
Diggy never stopped drinking.
good. No, that's fine.
So
Drink
are we,
and clean, clean and drink. I'm doing more work than
I don't know.
either
I
of
just
you.
imagine Sword in the Stone when Merlin's like putting everything into his bag, kind of scenario.
Yep.
So you begin cleaning this kitchen. Some of you by hand, some of you by magic. Dirt is coming off all the countertops as you actually, one of you scrubs the window and light comes into the space. It's glaring in here, but it's not light outside. So you light candles.
Candle outside.
And
We
as
light
you're
the
cleaning the countertops, you're going through the cabinets. The last cabinet you open it, and it's and just the shock of your life. You look in there, and there's some sort of rat humanoid thing down there in the corner, and it looks up with you at the light, and he goes like, and he scrambles deeper into the cabinet, and he disappears in the tunnel somewhere.
Go to Mars.
Huh. Well, I didn't expect that.
You know,
Yeah.
neither did I. Normally they come out on Tuesdays.
What is the date today? In game?
It
What
is
was it?
August the 15th.
The 15th, yeah.
I mean, August the 15th of this year was a Tuesday.
Wow. Nailed it.
Well, then they're on time and schedule. Normally they eat more, though.
Preston, in this kitchen, you find a few things. First off, all the utensils in here are like, crude and not nice. But in the back corner of a drawer, you do find this. You know how they say like someone's born with a silver spoon in their mouth, and it's like it was a tradition back in the day to buy babies like a little silver spoon. It's like that, but gold. But it's ornate and inlaid. And in the handle, there's inlaid into it. There is an L, like a calligraphy L. You find that, and then also you find one cookbook, and it says shit, what's her name?
Someone's
Crawford.
cookbook.
There on the front there's a drawn image, like this cookbook has been mass produced, and on the front there's a little picture of a goblin woman with a chef hat and a big crooked smile, and it says Gulia Child's cookbook.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm honestly just curious. Like, what's a goblin cake made out of? I'll flip to the back. I'll flip to chapter 8, desserts.
Yeah, the dessert section. You find a couple recipes. One is I'm making all this up off the top of my head. It's called Deadeye Muffins.
Okay.
One is
Does it
called
call for Old Bay?
it's called Sand Cake.
Sand
the
cake.
last-
And does sand feature in the ingredients list?
And yeah, it's at the
Okay,
last
so
the last
next.
ingredient says
Next.
a pinch of desert sand.
Dwarven flour.
Pinch. Okay.
And then the last recipe is blood pudding.
Well, we'll stick with the sand cake. Is the rest of the recipe saner than including quartz?
Yeah, it's like it's a standard recipe, you know, like
Okay,
what you
okay.
said: egg, salt, flour, sugar.
I did say all those things, and several more things, one of which still hasn't been mentioned. We'll find out in a minute what they come back with.
Okay.
Okay, I'll take the cookbook, I'll like shake whatever dust off of it, plonk it down on the central work surface, and kind of wave at the others. It's like, okay, we're gonna do this, more or less. And not the sand part.
And the last thing
Milk.
is Belgux. You are fascinated by one item.
Thank you.
One item in the kitchen. There is an old wood fire stove
Okay.
that is like, it's old and it's grimy and it's covered in soot, but it's sturdy and it's got the symbols of not only infernal dwarves but also like fire magic
Oh,
engraved on it.
cool.
And you recognize you can influence the fire inside of this furnace with magic.
All right.
We're not there.
Oh shit! Why Belgux is not there? Why am I thinking Belgux there?
Mm.
You notice all those things. Preston and
Okay.
Garland notice all those things. So let's go back to Belgux and Octavia. You are now in an empty, quiet alley. You have, let's go through your ingredients. You have the flour, you have the eggs, you have the happy salt. Is that what it was? Happy salt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have the Bay of Old seasoning. And you have the mammoth butter. That mammoth butter. That's 5 ingredients.
Inexplicably, out of nowhere, Octavia will remember
And
that
yell,
milk was also mentioned. So we need sugar and we need milk.
Sugar and milk.
Just use more butter. It's fine.
And so, I mean, ideally we would find a bakery that is closed.
Yeah. Right.
Give me a perception check.
You know, based on the time of the night, the bakery actually might be really not open, but at least working.
Yeah, true. Oh!
Okay.
That's a 25.
Okay, so a 25 and a
beat me.
24. And that's exactly right. This main area, this was the courtyard where Charmin Ultra was killed. But back around the south end of the courtyard is basically the baking district, and you turn the corner and you see some movement, you see some actual sounds of activity of life because everything else is quiet and dead. And you walk up and there's a train, like a line of orcs, all of them carrying 2 giant sacks of some sort of material on each of their shoulders, trudging from a warehouse to a bakery.
Oh,
Okay.
Yo.
I head to the bakery, and provided Belgux is still on my back, he doesn't have a choice. we head to the
Are
bakery.
you doing this stealthily, or are you just going in there?
Oh, no. Being that there's actually people here, like, I just intend on asking if I can buy some of the ingredients that we need.
Yeah, seems reasonable.
Okay, as you head up, you get closer, and the sign on the top says, the City Bakery in big block letters, and then cursive letters below it, it says a Ghoulia child's joint.
Welcome to Shitty Bakery.
As you walk in, you walk in, and there's just it's this train of orcs, bringing in sacks of flour and sugar, and they're taking it, dumping it in the bakery, and then heading out and just doing this line. It's a conveyor belt. Inside are dozens of hobgoblins, all of them working a giant bakery. Some of them mixing, some of them kneading dough, some of them chopping up, putting them on pans, and there's a giant oven in the back, and some are shuffling in bread and taking it out. And the one that's closest to you is a hobgoblin, and he lifts up his head and he says, "Hey, what are you doing here?"
I don't pay any attention to him. I'm looking specifically for somebody who looks like they're in charge.
So you're just gonna ignore him?
Kind of, yeah. Like,
Well, I guess I can talk while you're looking around.
can I make a perception check to see if I can find somebody who looks like they're in charge?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
All right.
Two.
That's
Okay.
a 13. That's a
can't tell.
13.
You can't tell. As a matter of fact, you're so the cider's kicking in so hard. You perceive the orc that just dropped a sack of flour next to you as the person who's in charge.
So, as Belgux is trying to talk to the hobgoblin who just interacted with us, I start to follow this orc. And I just keep asking milk and sugar. Just
Milk, sugar?
yeah,
He says, what do you want, horse?
milk, sugar.
Yes, me have sugar. Sack of sugar. And he walks back to the warehouse.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. I mean, after a point, like, he gets too far away, and, like, I'm just gonna stop and go back into the
Okay.
bakery. Like, there's no...
let's see here. Carlin, are you okay with video?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
I keep losing Diggy's video.
Diggy.
And then I can't hear him. So
I think he's
I don't know.
global muted
That's,
at the
that's a
moment.
good callback to the first
Oh, there.
episode of Diggy was in. Damn
yeah,
it, Diggy.
mostly it's the video. But when the video goes away and then he starts speaking, I can't hear him. So carry on. Don't worry about me.
So yeah, you're back into the main bakery with the hobgoblins, and he says, "What do you want?" Hey,
guess
brother,
we'll engage.
hey, goblin, friend. What
Yes.
what do you want? What do you want?
We're looking to purchase some sugar and milk.
Yeah, I got that. What do you got for me?
All right. Have some silver.
20 silver.
20s.
Give him the salt.
So we're like,
This is like $2,000.
well, we just paid
Well,
10
wait,
gold
no.
for the rest of it.
Yeah. What
Right.
is that? What is that? 2 gold?
Yeah, that's 2 gold.
It's $2,000.
throw
Octavian's
it-
just
I throw 2 gold on the counter.
Octavia's never been drunk before.
Yeah.
and,
No, like this is.
Making it rain.
Yeah.
You see this hobgoblin's eyes go wide. He's like, okay. He
I
snatches
would
the
remind
gold.
everybody, if the currency scale is the same as I remember from D&D 3rd edition, was like a silver piece is a day's work for a reasonably skilled laborer. So it's, a couple $100.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And by that, I've got a couple million
Yep.
because I've
Alright.
got
He
466 now.
snatches
After
the gold. He snatches the gold, sets down a jug of milk and a small bag of powder of sugar.
how much of the other ingredients did we actually get? Like, did we only get 1 egg? Because like this was supposed to be like a large egg, right?
Yeah, it's a large egg. It's roughly the double the
Eh,
size of a chicken's egg.
And did we only get 1?
No, you got 2. You got 2.
We got 2.
We got our 10 gold
I'm gonna-
worth.
I'm gonna I'm gonna look at Belgux in maybe a moment of clarity. Ask, should we get more of the other ingredients too?
Yeah. They're planning on making 2 cakes, so let's bring this back and then we'll see. It's not like
I did forget we were making 2 cakes.
yeah, but yeah,
so
we'll go back and see.
no. At
Yeah.
that, I'm gonna ask for more milk and sugar, and then additional ingredients for all of the other ingredients because I don't
Oh
think
yeah,
we've got enough.
I suppose they got all the other stuff. It's a bakery,
Yeah.
so why not?
Yeah,
Right. 2 cakes. Gotcha.
yeah, because I don't think we've got enough.
Okay.
This hobgoblin looks at you with just like complete shock after you ask that. He's like, 10 gold.
I produced 10 gold.
His eyes go big. He snatches it out of your mouth, and he says, "Here, take it." And he gives you all the resources you want.
You're
We've all
retired
been
now.
You've given this man like
Okay.
Oh yeah, no.
2 years worth of wages
Oh yeah, I know.
for what's
but-
probably copper's worth of material.
Hey, you said
Yeah.
something to do
Yep.
your job.
Yep.
That's great.
We've all been in very generous
go.
moods when inebriated. It's okay.
Oh God. don't
Okay,
remind
as
me of my
you
20s.
as you head out, I'm assuming you guys are going back to the tavern, right?
Yep.
Yes.
As you're heading out, you see as you're exiting the door, there's a pair of two people coming in. One is a goblin. It's goblin. It's a female goblin, big, poofy red hair, wearing like a pretty nice dress and an apron on it. And she's walking with a human in a long black cloak. It's her. And she says, "Oh, Count Provost. This is a great opportunity for you to invest in a working business here in Zalaman Takesh. My brand Gulia Child's brand of food and cookbooks are adored in this city. And you can get in the bottom at the base bottom of this investment." And with that he walks into the bakery past you, and he's out of earshot. But
Maybe
you
we'll
are
talk
on your
to
way
them
back
tomorrow.
to...
Yeah, we just
Are you-
we just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I
as you
imagine we
head-
only caught like the first quarter of that snippet that you said.
As you head back to the tavern, it's still just as raucous. Harmon is now grooving. He's like dancing to the music. You see him. No, he's like dancing to the music, and there are like at least a half dozen young female infernal dwarfs in there just wooing at him, cooing. It's like, "Oh, Harmon, he's so sexy." And he's like, "Yeah, I know." And he's got sunglasses on. I don't know how he found those, but anyway, you head back into the back kitchen. Everything's clean, and you step in. What do you think, Preston, and Carlin, and Diggy?
I'm just stunned with my...
Hey,
Well,
we're,
you tell me what you need us to do, including if that's get out of the way.
Wait, hang on. Have we gotten all of our ingredients back? Did they just come in?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just came back.
Great. Lay them all out. We have the
mise en
cookbook in
place.
the middle. Yes, we have the cookbook in the middle of everything. Just set out all the ingredients that you brought back, like sweep everything off out of the way. Show me what we're working with.
So
Do
you've
I
got
recognize
the dwarven
the
flour,
happy salt as anything?
the stone,
get to that.
the stone flour.
Okay.
You've got the Bay of Old
Oh.
seasoning.
Actually,
You've
you know
got-
what? Let's go through these one by one and kind of give them a little once over. So, stone flour. Okay, we're going to look at that and they called it what?
Stone flour.
They called stone flour. Is it God, like a finger? Get a little of the dust and taste it.
Tastes very chalky, but it's still flour.
Okay, so there's like
And we
wheat
also have
in
the
it
other
somewhere.
flour. We have the extra other.
Other flour. Is the other flour real flour, by the way? Just like regular flour?
Yeah, flour's regular old flour.
Okay, great. So we'll put that one in the center. We'll shove the stone flour off to the side and move on to the next exciting acquisition.
Next up, the mammoth butter.
Mammoth butter. Mammoth butter? Do mammoths still exist?
Yes, they definitely do exist in this world.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. We'll unwrap some mammoth butter and taste a little piece.
True to what this vendor says, there's a little bit of grime, a little bit of hair mixed into this butter. But beyond that, this butter is exquisite. It's velvety. It's pretty nice.
Okay, we'll save that. Maybe someone here, and I'll like shove it over to Carlin and say, like, why don't you try and dig out some of that hair?
I think there's a sieve around here somewhere.
I don't
Next
know if
up,
that's
the
really
Bay
gonna-
of Old
Okay.
seasoning. The Bay of Old seasoning.
The what? Wait, hang on, that was not on the list.
Yes, it was the Bay of Old seasoning.
Well, it's here now, so give
You
it a little
taste it?
taste.
It changes your life. It's that good.
think I'm the only real person in the room who's like, Old Bay seasoning, it's fine, I guess. It's kind of good.
Tastes
Well,
perfect blend.
press-
Of you feel like
Okay.
it'd go great on seafood.
Yep, no, fair enough. And in a cake, in like desserts, it's often nice to have just a little overtone of something different, something bitter, something stronger flavored. So we'll just maybe a pinch of that on top. Dust with
There it
Old
is.
Bay.
There it
Bay
is.
Old.
Next up
Okay.
is I'm brain farting. What was the next thing? Oh,
I
the
think-
cockatrice eggs. There's 2 of them. They're double the size of a regular chicken egg.
Okay,
the
I'm
brown-
rolling recall knowledge right now. I don't think it should be that hard to recall. What a
Nature. It's gonna be a
cockatrice
nature
is.
check.
Arcana for cockatrice.
Nature.
It's a magical
nature,
beast.
nature.
God damn it! All right.
It's an 8 total.
Yeah. I don't
You
know
have
what
never.
that is. It
You
sounds like it's
know.
chicken.
You know what a cockatrice is. It's a giant monster chicken, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what they do though.
But this egg looks interesting. Looks great. It's like
Okay.
it feels like a regular chicken egg, but it's just double the size.
All right, we will work with that then. And
And
see
then
what comes of it.
lastly,
Exes.
we have the happy sugar.
Happy salt, I think it was.
I don't know. Might be sugar, might be salt. It is happy nonetheless.
It's happy. It's happy. My God. Oh, okay.
Give that a taste.
Do you want to taste this also?
No. I
Just a
want
little,
Or
yeah.
not Carlin. Diggy can have a go. Do you put it in your mouth? All right. Yep. Your teeth go numb.
Give me a fortitude saving throw.
All right, then. Here she goes. Well, the roll on the die is a 15. Let me check my paper real quick.
Your paper.
Fortitude?
Yep.
Fortitude.
That would be a 25.
Oh yeah. Okay. You feel fine. It tastes a little bitter.
That's not much like sugar.
Is it
More like
salt?
chemicals, I feel.
Ah.
No,
Yeah.
no, something else is going on here.
I'm gonna look back at Octavia, who is probably just grinning wildly at this point. Right? Okay. I will look back at Diggy and kind of try to subtly slide that bag over to. Why don't you just take that? Make it
You're right.
disappear.
Now remember, we did bring back regular ingredients.
Yes, I know. There's
Yeah. You have all
gold
the
star
regular
for the second part of that plan, where
Really,
you
I
covered
really
all your
wanted
bases
you guys.
again.
I really wanted you guys to make a cake
To
with all
have
the
to
messed
make
up ingredients, but
A dwarf bread cake. Yeah. Okay. Nope. We got lucky. So, but we are using apparently cockatrice eggs and mammoth butter. So
yeah.
Hey,
here we go.
nothing says the mammoth butter is necessarily bad.
Nope.
It just had a lot of impurities.
It's just hairy.
So we're gonna make 2
Like me.
cakes. Right. We're gonna make 2 cakes in whatever random bowls or pans that we have. We're gonna make kind of a buttercream frosting with the buttermilk and sugar, and bake them and frost them, and a little bay of old on top.
Oh yeah. Okay, so
Let's go.
Is it
one
flaky
of you,
Bay of Old?
one of you, give me a crafting check. Whoever has the
Okay,
highest.
Can I do it?
Yeah,
Can
whoever
I-
has the highest.
I have skill in crafting. Can I
have 0.
use the aid action here?
And whoever has the highest, since you're all helping, gets a +2, just a base +2.
Do you have the party sheet open? You should be able to tell who's
Oh yeah, I
highest.
should. You're right. I forgot about that party sheet.
I know. I've been learning about that thing in my GMing too.
Oh, there it is.
It's I have an
I
8,
got 9.
which is you have a 9. Okay.
I have a 6 in crafting.
No, we'll hand it off to Belgox,
Yeah,
and we'll
Belgox
see how
definitely has the
well we
highest.
can aid. Okay, so
Okay.
we helpers roll first.
Oh,
and
yeah.
See who goes along.
Ooh,
Okay,
very
well,
nice.
He's already got the roll in. We'll see if we can get it.
Hell yeah.
So that's a
Right.
28,
See
isn't
how
it?
much we can help.
Oh, with
Yeah.
the +2 aid.
No, you already
20,
gave them
25 means a +2.
25 +2.
So-
So you, that is the
Er,
+2. Yeah. So
That is
25
+2.
total.
So 8 isn't a plus flat 1 per person. It's like the people roll, and if you get a 20, it's a plus 1. If you get a 25, it's a plus 2. And they don't stack. It's like whoever gets the best result.
Got it.
But that's already the best result we're likely to get, so Belgux is at a 28.
28. You successfully baked these 2 cakes. The one caveat is it takes you just about until 10:30.
True.
That's not so late.
The cakes look nice.
Yeah. They're just cool enough to handle, right? So we're going to like divvy up at least half of one of those cakes immediately and eat it. We need the sugar.
Wow. All of you eat it.
Can I have used any of this time as a refocusing time?
I assumed, actually, a while back. The 10-minute refocus.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Been enough downtime while cakes are baking.
For a penny and for a pound, sure. Yep.
I just
I'll have
allowed
a
me to
piece
heal
of
myself
cake
again.
with the happiness.
Yeah. Well, no, we didn't. I don't think that got put in.
The
Oh,
happy
I
salt
I think
did not
it's
get put
just
in.
the cockatrice eggs and
Right.
the mammoth butter. Those were the only of the weird ingredients that were actually used.
Just the one that I, the player person, am really worried about, but the character knows nothing about. So I might eat this
Yep.
cake.
Yep.
Are we fine?
Did
We
you-
eat the cake?
At,
We're good?
at this
Ready?
point, Octavia is probably ravenous. So if you divvy up half the cake, but there's
The other
another
half is
just sitting.
Octavia's.
Yeah, it's basically. Yeah, just
Preston
so
is mildly surprised by that, but
everyone.
I actually-
everyone.
I have a-
Everyone, give me a
have a-
fortitude save.
I have a GIF for that.
you might.
I'll have to find it. But let's see. You said
It's a Pinkie Pie
Fortitude?
gif. Just horfing a cake.
Oh no! I got a better one. I got a better one.
You said we're rolling fortitude saves now?
Yes.
Yes. Everyone, give me a fortitude save.
Here we go.
17 for
That is a
Octavia.
21.
Hey,
You're fine.
Nat
I should point out
25.
that Octavia declared that she was eating
I have
4
an
times
iron
as
gut
much
stomach,
cake as
so-
anyone else.
This is true. This is true. Like I'm
I can survive off of garbage.
What did you roll, Octavia? 17, you said?
17.
Yeah, you're still fine. You guys eat this cake and it's wonderful. It's moist. It's sweet. Really
Yes.
pops in the back like with flavor. It's fantastic.
wow. Team,
Cool.
let me
Yes.
just
Good.
say
Yep.
that was very well done. I may have not ever had cake this good. From the mining camp to the monastery, the food is not at a high level. So, wow.
You know that mammoth butter really kicks in the back of that.
That really
richness.
does.
You know, it's a bit of a tang that I didn't expect, but I also didn't expect it like as much as I do.
Right. Anyway, I just kind
You
of
know-
gesture vaguely at cake number 2.
Yes, now
Although
we
I
have
must
a
say,
mission.
Preston, that seasoned Old Bay on top, that really sets the rest of it off.
Honestly, buttercream frosting and Old Bay sounds pretty good.
Not terrible,
It's
honestly.
not bad, yeah.
Yep.
So you're all heading out now, is that correct?
Yes,
Delivery.
we have a mission.
Yes. Okay. Where are we going, by the way?
A casino.
Find
A casino.
The gambling.
Oh,
With a drunk
Yes, of
Pegasus
course.
that has a lot
Would
of
I know
money.
where the
This is gonna
casinos
be
were?
fun.
As you walk out the
Actually,
door,
I think at this point, I'm gonna say after having consumed half a cake, Octavia is now passed out in the back room.
just
I think
sugar.
that's an appropriate. I
That
think
might be
that-
a good thing.
I think that's an appropriate end to Octavia's first drunken exploits.
Yep.
Alright.
We will. Are we actually? No. Better question first. Are we aware of what happened to Octavia, or does Octavia just vanish?
Oh, I
Yeah,
imagine
she-
that like I'm curled up like in front of the stove because it's still warm.
Oh, you're okay. You are visible.
You
Still
know,
there.
you
Yeah.
know how
Yeah.
you know how
So I now have to
dogs
carry-
when they want to lay down they do circling like wolf circling. Octavius
Yep.
did that a few times as you're wrapping up. Then you bring the cakes
Okay.
out the door, and you see her just plop plop and just lay down
All right.
in the middle
So
of the kitchen
real
floor.
quick, we'll leave Octavia with like a blanket over her and
Yeah.
some whatever's left of the milk in a glass nearby.
In a bucket,
wake
in
her.
a barf bucket.
Yeah, a
but-
barf bucket would probably be good. I don't imagine she had much though, so it's probably
Right.
fine. But well,
It's all
I
gas
guess
anyway.
I guess it depends on
And
the
cake.
Yeah, I get the cake is really the deciding factor there.
Yep.
But
All right,
How's the
and
cockatrice
we'll head
egg
out the
sitting?
door. Find out when we get back.
Yeah.
Okay, you
Anyway.
head out the door and you head towards the Brass Bowl Casino. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, Diggy, as you walk out the door, you hear a voice in the back of your head. And it says, "Eat the stone. Eat the stone." And just goes away. That's it. No one else hears, just you.
Confusing.
Hmm.
Okay. Do,
As
do,
you- okay.
does this mean anything to me? Is
No.
there a stone that I don't recall currently that I...
Stones are a
Could have
big
eaten.
part of your culture. You know, runes are made of stone.
Yeah, no, I get...
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, doesn't. But eat the stone doesn't mean
Okay.
anything to you.
We make a
I'm
beeline
going to shake it
For-
off a little bit.
the Golden Bull Casino.
Okay, beeline for the Golden Bull, the Brass Bowl, the Brass Bowl.
Brass bowl.
Brass Bull. Excuse me. Not the really
Wait.
fancy one,
Yeah,
because that's
the really
where
scary one, because the
Well-
brazen bull is a whole other thing.
the big
Wait, what
fancy
now?
one that I forget the name of. Backstory for anybody who has watched that far back is the one that Emerald is no longer allowed in because he has a gambling problem. So the Brass Bull is like the next one down that he has yet to be kicked out of.
And at the risk of retreading something that I didn't watch earlier, the brass bull is also a medieval torture and execution device. Just so
It
you're
is,
aware.
in fact, yes.
Yeah,
They light a fire. They stick you inside and light a fire.
It's just
under
a
it. It's really
stove.
messed up.
for you. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. It is. I don't know if
uh,
Kenyon knew that when he picked that name, but
I mean, it's
It-
better than
it
the
works
pear,
both ways.
Yes.
if you know what I mean.
Or the boats.
I don't know
Fair
if
on
I'm
the
good.
boats.
Why
familiar
do
with
you
the
guys?
boats.
Why do you guys know so much about torture devices? Come on.
D&D. No, literally D&D.
Yeah, yeah,
So
exactly.
many things, so many lists that I'm on because of tabletop RPGs.
I'm a
Yep.
history
D&D
major,
and
I was just
Shadow
and
really
like
interested in medieval things, and
Yeah. I've got like all of those as reasons why I have knowledge of medieval torture devices.
yeah, like a solid 10% of what you learn in history classes is just torture devices and ways of
True story.
publicly killing people.
Yep.
So it's
Yep.
all up here, whether I want it to be or not. Moving on.
All right.
Salem Witch Trials.
So you
Those were fun.
enter. What am I trying to say here? Hold on one second. Let me close out that. You enter the Vice District. This is your first time in the Vice District. While the other districts you're walking through at this almost midnight, when you get there, it's maybe slightly past 11 p.m. You know, it's quiet, but you enter the Vice District and it's a raucous party. There's people roaming the streets, people, you know, celebrations spilling out of bars. It's like the red light district or the party district of any town. And it's, as you enter the district, the ziggurat, you know, like every district has its own ziggurat. This one is dominated by one ziggurat that you can see on the top has a golden bull statue. This is the Gold Bull Casino. The Golden Bulls Casino. Down the road, past the
I
ziggurat.
was getting very dusk till dawn vibes.
Past the ziggurat, there's another smaller building down the ways, at the end of the road rather than the top of the road. And this one is just a regular, 2-story building, but on the front, kind of like strapped with like, I want to say bungee cords, but not bungee cords, like just rope strapped to the sign is a beat up image of a bull. And it kind of looks brass. This, is the Brass Bull Casino. Much smaller. Not nice at all. As you
the
approach
strip.
Yes, this is off the strip, yeah. As you approach, there's one Torok, which we discussed before as half dwarf, half bull, standing in front with his arms crossed. But this guy has the biggest beer belly you've ever seen. It's sticking out and hanging just over his belt, and he has it uncovered. It's just like bare flesh hanging over his belt. It's gross. And he says, "What's your business here?"
Well, we have a friend who's probably inside whom we're concerned about, and we're just looking for them. Also, maybe gamble a little bit.
Oh, okay. Carlin, I thought you were a chaste man.
I think we're past that. War Priest is just a class at this point. I also may be just trying to get us in the door.
$5 gold ahead. Leave your weapons at the door.
I look at the rest of the group.
I don't have that.
Is there like a weapon
Probably
check
take you along.
system? Do we get like a ticket with a number?
He says, "Yeah,
I think
sure.
really
I can write you a
just
ticket."
me and him. It's just me and this guy pointing at Diggy. Right, Belgux? I don't think the goblin's cool.
I'm cool.
I'm cool, man. I'm cool. Give me a deception check.
Is that deception?
Is it?
I'm not sure I'm being deceitful.
Yes, he is cool. Okay, fair enough. Give me
Can I set my
a
hammer in such a way that it's going to shock anyone that tries to touch it?
maybe, maybe not. Diplomacy check then.
Hmm. 18.
The goblin's fine. The dwarf and the human. The dwarf and the humans, $5 gold apiece.
I'll lean into Carlin and say, I hope you can cover that, because I'm a little short.
Yes.
So am I.
All right. Well, here's 15 gold for the three of us.
All right. He takes it. Do you guys want to... Any weapons that you have, do you want to try to conceal those weapons from him?
Okay. I've been waiting for this for a moment, and you can see the smug look on my face and prove it. Preston carries shears, like big cast iron scissors that are essentially a dagger. I also wear a ring of discretion, so they're covered by an illusion of regular clothing. So I'm just going to walk in like there's nothing wrong.
Okay.
I have a long sword, pretty hard to conceal. So I'll hand that over.
I have 3 warhammers.
Yeah, you pile of stuff.
Because I had my storm hammer, then I had another warhammer, and then I now have my ancestral hammer, and then I have a coat pistol. He's not getting my clan dagger. That one never leaves me.
So
And,
you're are you trying to conceal these things?
No, I'm giving up the 2 warhammers, or the 3 warhammers.
Your ancestral
I'm going to start with the
warhammer.
one that's not magical.
Okay.
No, that one I'd like to. How can I hide that on me though?
You can't. You have to stand outside.
Yeah,
Yep,
save
that's
5
what I'm
gold
gonna
if you want to stand outside.
Because I am giving that up. Not again.
So you're
Not
staying
again.
outside then.
Yeah.
Okay, so in walks Carlin. Take 10 gold out of your inventory. Carlin, Preston, Belgux walk into this bar. It is a sad sight. Think of if you've ever been to Las Vegas, you go to the big fancy casinos and they're whatever, and then you go down to Fremont Street, the old Las Vegas, and you go into one of those like really off the beaten path ones. And it's bad. It's grungy. Everything smells like smoke.
Hey there, honey. How you doing tonight?
You walk in and there are 2. This is a casino. There's a bar along the back wall. Standing behind that bar, it's your good friend Glugs. Glugs, the bartender, is back.
Oh, no kidding.
Nice.
And
It's the bartender on the train that got us here.
Glugs, the bartender, is
Talented fella.
there. Standing in front of the main gaming space, there's a card table, there's a roulette table, and that's it. 1 card table, 1 roulette table.
Is Emerald at either of those tables?
Not at the tables, but at the end of the bar. It's a pretty odd sight because Emerald is a Lamasu, which is a big monster. He's teetered himself on a bar stool, a human-sized bar stool, which looks weird, and then he's hunched over the bar, kind of nestling a glass of wine.
All right. So hang on 2 seconds. My apologies. Let me reload again because I lost Diggy one more time. And then
What?
I will do the thing. So I'll be right back.
What's the card game at the card table?
It's blackjack.
Damn. Okay. I want a bluffing game. They don't seem to have that here. It's all.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right, Carlin, what are you doing?
I'm back.
Go ahead. Go.
What is the ninth age world equivalent of the song Happy Birthday?
It's called I have no idea. It's different in every culture. In Infernal Dwarf culture, they celebrate birthdays by they
You can
bake
improvise
this.
if you like.
I have no idea. You have to eat the most overcooked and burnt bread you can, and it's like chewing rocks.
Okay. Well, we'll skip that. I will start making my way towards Emerald and start singing very poorly.
Please sing for us.
Happy
Carlin.
birthday, you're not special. You're getting older, but not much better.
the
We
Argument
all
Worms.
wanted to embarrass you. That's why we're singing this song.
Musical
so happy
accompaniment.
fucking birthday, you're not special, Emerald. And actually, that's the Is that Blink-182?
That's
version?
a different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once a year we celebrate with stupid hats and plastic plates. The fact that you were able to make another trip around the sun. Goes on for 4 minutes.
Wow.
There's the Weird Al one
Happy
where we eat a lot of
birthday is what we're
broccoli
here
and
to
drink a lot of
say.
beer.
Happy birthday.
So many options.
So
There's
with
the
that
My Little
emerald-
Pony version of the Weird Al one.
Right, of course.
Really?
Oh,
Get
yeah.
layers, dude.
I'm
Wow.
sorry, the what now?
Oh, yeah,
There was a episode of My Little Pony that Weird Al guest starred on. That
as
there was
cheese sandwich.
Yes, that was a birthday episode for one of the characters, and there was a song sung by Weird Al.
Because Weird Al hooked up with Pinkie Pie, of course.
Yep.
What is going on right now?
I'm bringing
Uh,
Emerald a
oh.
cake.
You're getting the deep
Yeah.
lore.
Yeah, that went really deep.
You learned a little bit about everybody who picked a song.
Okay.
Speechless, wow.
Emerald raises up his head and looks at you. And one single tear comes to his eye. And he says, "You remembered. You remembered my
Of-
birthday."
Of course I did, Emerald. How could I forget all the good times we had on the train when we chased you down and sort of bribed you to help us? How could I forget that?
No,
You have fulfilled your contract with me. I will help you break into the Golden Bull Casino.
Okay, you don't have to say that super loud.
Break into the Golden Bull Casino. He's a little. He's a
I think
little
I'm just
toasty.
hearing that for the first time.
He is a little toasty.
Look at
right
Carlin
now.
like, that's what this was about?
I mean, we don't have to do it, but if we do, he will help us, and he's very smart.
Really? He's also very drunk.
I mean,
Now
you
remember,
know,
the
everybody
last
has
part
their
of
vices.
the last part of our contract was that when we break in, you have to eat anything I prepare with the cookbook that I'm going to steal.
Well, that, if I'm not mistaken, was part of the archives, not in the casino. At some point, it's been a busy few days. At some point, I do still plan to go to the archives and provide you with the recipes, the ancient ancestral recipes of the Infernal Dwarves.
Yes, correct.
We'll
But,
get to
yes.
that.
In exchange
Still a
for that,
lot on the
we're
agenda.
gonna break into the Golden Bull Casino.
Maybe,
Now, let me tell you
maybe.
about the Golden Bull Casino. The reason why we want to break in there is because I did a lot of gambling there. So much so
Right.
that I had to put up as collateral my ancestral amulet.
You did not mention that.
Well, it's embarrassing. I don't like talking about it. It makes me look not in a very good light.
I mean,
But
this
I understand.
isn't
I
really
understand.
a great look for you either.
Damn it, Carlin, I'm trying to help you here.
Are you?
But I know you need to convince the leader of Shamut district, the vice district, that you need to convince this guy to go back to the Overlord.
That is true.
And I know the one thing that'll get him to do that.
Or I don't suppose you tell me that.
See, you have to
that would be great.
understand, the leader of the Shamut, he has everything. He's the richest man in the city. He has nothing you could ever possibly want that you have. He doesn't want anything that you have. But what he prizes the most
Cake?
is the golden hoof. His prized possession.
Go on.
The hoof of the first bull of Shamut. He keeps it deep down in his secret private safe in the casino. If you have that, he'll do whatever you say.
Interesting. Well, you certainly have created a reason why we do actually need to do that.
As he's explaining this to you, and you're just like very nonchalantly, he's cutting his cake, cutting a slice out, serving it to himself, stuffing it in his mouth, and he says, "This cake tastes like shit."
Just roll my eyes and walk away.
You know, I had an identical cake, some of that, and I disagree, but, you know, to each their own.
I guess I didn't specify in the contract if how the cake needed to taste, so I can't. All I'm gonna say is I could have cooked a very much better cake.
Well, of course, you know, I mean, you are Emerald.
Or the 6 gin and tonics you cynical
that's
past.
your shtick. Hold on, Preston.
Bam.
I would have expected nothing less from you, but you know, just wanted to let you know that I remembered and I care.
I care.
Yeah, you're a good guy. Bull monster thing.
All of a sudden, he gets kind of emotional, and he's like, "Thank you. No one says that to me anymore. That really means a lot, Carlin." He takes another drink, smashes another piece of cake in his mouth. He says, "Well, yeah. So when would you want to head over to the Golden Bowl?"
Oh, it's been a very long day. So why don't you meet us at some point tomorrow at, what is the name of Hamish's bar?
Hamish's?
At Hamish's. Should have probably guessed that. And we will start scheming from there, I suppose. Right, Belgux?
Yep.
Help me out here. This is getting weirder and weirder.
Well, should hang out with Glugs, catch up with them, maybe get a free drink.
We should indeed. Lugs, my boy, how you doing?
Hold on 1 second. I gotta put this back on.
Very important.
Here we go. He says, "Hey guys, it's been a while. How I've missed you." Is the voice filter working? I can't tell. Damn it.
Not for us?
Shit. Well, damn, Mike, that should be...
Well, maybe Warrior Womp can tell us.
No, it doesn't. Whatever. In a deep voice, you have to pretend it's a deep
Okay.
voice. Damn it. He says, "It's been a while. Yeah.
It's been a while.
What brings you to this shitty corner of this bar? Are you with this guy? Are you with Emerald?"
Well, we're here to visit him. If there's anything bad about being with him, then probably not.
Yeah, there is. He's racked up like a really kind of big bar bill, and I don't think he's got the money to pay it off.
How big a tab are we talking about here?
You see him take like a little pad of paper out from beneath the bar, slam it on the tabletop, and he's like, "Well, drink, food, drink. Forward on gambling expenses, line of credit at the Brass Bull. That looks like 100 gold."
Okay, we're definitely not with him. First of all, Emerald, God damn it. He's a great chef if you need him to like work off some of that, but no, I don't think I can help with that.
If you don't want to help him out, I mean, Clint out there in the front, he's gonna take Emerald out in the back and beat the piss out of him.
I'm gonna sort of huddle up with Belgux at this point, and maybe Preston a little bit.
Preston, as you turn around, Preston's not
Despite
behind
not
you.
knowing anything about this. Okay, fair enough.
Preston's
move.
at the blackjack
That's
table.
a very good idea.
I had like 3 interjections that I wanted to make and didn't because I said, "Nah, I'm playing cards. Screw you."
Let's
Is
just
the guy
quickly
you're
jump
referring
over
to
to-
going
let's-
to take him out back?
Let's
Is
quickly jump over to Preston.
he outside with me?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'll be right back while you're doing that.
Give me roll a d10.
Okay.
Actually, no, roll two d10s. 2d10s, sorry.
2 d10s. Sorry, I'm fighting a new keyboard. Complicated new keyboard. So, there we go.
So that's an 8, 6 and a 2, so it's an 8. And then the dealer shows a 3.
I mean, I take a hit.
All right. Just roll d10.
This game is rigged. Doesn't have any face cards.
You're at 10.
Still 21 without the face cards. I take another hit.
Yes. Hit
Okay.
again. 14.
I hit again.
Hit it.
And I
Fuck.
20.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
21.
dealer goes.
Nice.
Dealer flips over the card. The second card is what did I say the first one was?
You didn't.
A 3.
So he's at 11. That's 18. 19
Gold after 17.
and busts. You get 1 gold.
Thank you.
And then we're gonna flash to Diggy outside. You're standing there looking at Clint. He just stares right in your eyes, just unflinching.
Diggy manifests a pipe and a flask.
Okay.
He opens the flask, takes a swig, lights his pipe. So you just stand out here all night? Is that all you do?
Yeah, that's what I do.
He offers him the flask.
Give me a diplomacy check.
This feels like the Pathfinder action make an impression, right?
Is it? I don't even know.
Diplomacy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make an impression is,
Here
the,
she
is the
goes.
thing you're doing.
Oh, that's not good. That's a 12.
12. He takes the flask from you, takes a sip from it, hands it back to you. He says, That's good. That's some good whiskey. Where'd you get that from, friend?
Thank you. Well, I helped distill it myself.
Wow. You either really
Yes.
skilled or really lucky.
Yeah, I'm in
huh?
over there for... What's that?
You're either really skilled or you're really lucky. Well, you feeling
well,
lucky,
the last few months will say that luck...
punk?
No, not in general, no. If there's anything, in fact, the last few months have told me, is that luck has not entirely been on my side most of the time. Take it
Yeah, I
as
hear
such.
you, friend. I hear you, friend.
I offer it back to him.
He takes another swig. As you do this, again, in the back of your mind, you hear, "Eat the stone. Eat the stone. Eat the stone."
Do you hear that?
No, I don't hear anything.
Have you heard of a thing called the stone?
What, like the stuff this building's made out of? What are you talking about?
You know what? Fucked if I know. Let's have another drink. And I take 2 belts of it and pass it back to him.
All right, he takes a belt also. We're going to jump back into the inside. Carlin, what do you want to do?
Well, so I'm sort of huddled up with Belgux. Well, do you see any other potential out from this situation other than just letting Emerald get the shit beat out of him? Because I don't.
Yeah. No, I don't. And yeah, I'm not terribly bothered by Emerald's fate.
There.
Perhaps we shall call it a night and leap into his fate.
Well, we may need him for the next step of this endeavor.
I don't think they plan on killing him.
We may need him to be effective for the next step of this endeavor.
I mean, you know how to do healing, right?
I do. And I guess he's contractually obligated to help us. But how lucky are you? And also, how much gold do you have?
Why?
Well, we're in a casino. For starters, these are relevant questions.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I got like 27 gold, but I'm not in a lucky mood. Alright, how much you got? Why don't you play? Why do you want my money?
Well, I have 10 gold.
Okay.
Would you be willing to spot me 10 gold? And perhaps we might make some money and be able to pay off his bar tab and make him more likely to help us effectively in the continuation of our quest.
So by spot you mean lend you?
Yes. Sorry,
Alright.
that's a Son of Stellae's term for lending.
Alright.
Okay.
You got 10.
All right.
All right, so you have how much gold you are betting on what? You have roulette or you have blackjack?
So if Preston is at the tables currently, I'm going to start by going to Preston.
Mhm.
Okay.
How's it going for you? Do you have the hot hand, as they say at this point?
It's been like 2 minutes. I played one hand. I mean, yes, I won.
Great.
What are you
Great.
doing here?
Trying to make some money.
Okay.
Octavia is saying, don't you have the jewelry that was divided up before from Charmin Ultra?
I thought somebody kind of just took all the jewelry and we're like, well, we'll divide it up later.
Probably Octavia.
Probably, almost certainly.
No, I left all the
Probably-
jewelry. I took the gold, but I
Uh,
left all the jewelry.
I got 125 of jewelry.
Interesting.
Were we supposed to divide that? I thought everyone else got other shit. Well, we can figure it out later.
Well, I think later is maybe like right now.
But I just
Or-
gave you
Wait.
gold.
Hey,
ask for 10 gold and you have 10 gold.
What's 100 gold between
Okay.
friends?
I'm gonna look at the croupier and say, "Excuse me for a second." Stand up from the table and usher these two away a little bit, and saying, "Okay, are you just trying to win money, or like what's going on here?"
Well, our friend, for whom we made that delicious cake, he didn't like it, but that's not your fault. It was delicious. Has 100 gold tab run up, and personally, I would prefer that he didn't get beat up in an alley out behind the casino. I think maybe I'm alone in that sentiment. But I still think it's ideal if we need his help in the future. Again,
All right.
how
no.
lucky do you feel?
While you guys
Lucky?
are discussing that,
No.
while you guys are discussing that, we're gonna jump out to Diggy again.
Okay. I'm
Diggy,
gonna
you
reload
guys
again.
are 10 to 12 shots deep, swigs deep. You and Clint are new best friends.
Great. So tell me, Clint, how long you been working this door?
Oh man. This door, it's been my life. Ever since I was a young calf. I was here working. You see here in Salaman
Really?
Takesh, there's not much getting outside of the family business. My father did this, my grandfather did it before him, being a bouncer at a casino. Deep down,
Now,
Diggy,
we all bouncers at the same casino.
yeah, I apprenticed under my dad, and then he retired, and now I'm the bouncer.
Right.
But the truth is,
Mercy.
Diggy, deep down, I've always just wanted to be.
I want to dance.
I just want to be a poet. I just want to sing songs and make people happy. That was a good crack.
That was a very good crack.
But there's no
No.
way for me to escape this
I'm
life,
not seeing the
Diggy.
need to change. No. No, but there is a way to flavor this life with the passion that you crave. You know, while you're here, working as your bouncer, or bouncing as it were, you could have yourself a little pad of paper and a charcoal pencil or some such thing. And you could maybe jot down a line or two every now and again. And as for the singing, you know, everyone enjoys a good tune every now and again, especially when bad things are happening to 'em. So, you know, singing while you work's never a bad thing. So if you're having to, like,
refuse somebody's service or have to maybe toss somebody out on their ear. Because, you know, sometimes they get, as a bartender, I very much know, sometimes they get too far along and it's just time for them to adios out the door it go. But maybe, just maybe, you bring yourself and them a little joy if you sing while you're doing it, or you give them a bit of poetry as they're just being escorted all the way out the door.
God,
You know,
I can't think of any
Roses are
rhymes that would
red,
be funny.
violets are blue. Now is your face. Go fuck you. And then you just toss them out the door.
Brilliant.
That
Now
was
I'm a little
amazing.
rough with my words. I may not be as good as you,
He's like,
but
Clint's like, wow, man, that was amazing. See, that's what I want to do. You're amazing. You should be a singer.
dude, my friend, you just, I don't know if I have the right voice for to be singing then, but you know what? I like to put the words around each other, and you're good at it too, my friend. You're good at it too.
Like,
You just gotta bring it out.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Sea
Let's
bass.
do it fast.
You know, it's got some,
Was
it's
that
got
good?
some, it's got some promise.
Was
We're
that
working
good,
on it. We're
Diggy?
just,
Was that good?
We're workshopping here. We're back and forth.
There's no
back
bad
and forth.
ideas.
It was
There's
a
no
good
bad
start.
ideas.
It was a good start. There's no. We're just brainstorming here. You put it on the wall. You maybe you know, you experiment a little bit with one or two folks, you know, and every once in a while you throw in that silent time when it's just because, like, you know, sometimes you give them the fun treatment as you're walking about, give them a little jaunty tune, and then sometimes you just show up silent as all get out, and you're just like, yeah, son, you done fucked up, and it's time for you to get the fuck out. And then it's joy for you too, because you get to get that little, you know, a little bit of performance in there for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Diggy, I get it, man. You're so magical, man. You're so smart and brave and so
Thank
just
you.
funny, and you're so skilled, man. Oh, we should like be friends and hang out all the time together.
We should be friends.
We should like, you know, like, oh,
I don't know
man, we
about all
should,
the
like,
time. I might be leaving town soon enough, but like,
dude, let's like get in
as
a park
bartender,
together.
as a
and
bartender,
hang
I always
out.
appreciate the
and,
good
like-
bouncers.
We're
You
jumping
know,
back indoors. We're jumping back inside.
That doesn't sound half bad.
Carlin and Preston.
How common is a lamasu around here? Is Emerald the only one in the room?
Oh, he's definitely the only one in the room, but it's
Yeah.
not uncommon in the city.
Okay.
Wasn't the guy that got torn to pieces by the masses that we were fighting?
No, he was a
couple
Torok. He was
sessions
a
ago?
Torok.
He was a Torah. Okay.
Like the bouncer.
Yeah, like the bouncer, the half.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got two ideas, and neither of them involve you just trying to win at roulette until you get 100 gold pieces.
Great.
Okay.
Love it.
Right. Either I can try and talk to this guy and see if I can figure out a way out of this, at least to put off Emerald getting the piss beaten out of him tonight. Or we can do a little more misdirection. I would need a distraction, and then we would need to lie like rugs and leave as quickly as we could.
I'm interested.
Yeah. Kind of your call, I think, because I don't really know this guy.
Well, he makes really good food,
Okay, gotten
Which-
that part so far.
is a plus. I guess we don't really know him all that well either,
Okay.
but he's supposed to help us with something.
Yep.
And
Okay. What's his? Does he have a last name? And then I get informed that it's Emerald Lamasu.
Yes.
And
Emerald
like,
Lamasu.
yeah. Okay. I'm just.
Lamasu.
Yes, because I'm just that clever.
Lamasu.
Let me talk to this guy, and you're just gonna need to be ready to leave. And yeah.
I'm already ready to leave. So.
Okay. All right. Who are we talking to that's threatening to beat up Emerald?
Well, the bartender is the one
bar-
with the tab.
Glugs.
Glugs.
A goblin with the voice of Barry White.
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
Normally I have the voice modulation work here where he has like
Yeah,
a super
to-
deep voice.
Running a little
But
deeper.
unfortunately, it just didn't work.
Okay. I'm gonna go talk to the bartender. I'll go sit down there and kind of give him the nod. See what he comes over.
What can I do for you, buddy?
Hi, listen. So, the fellow at the table there, the big one, passed out, 4 legs. You know him.
Yeah, Emerald. He's a permanent fixture here.
Yeah, and that's sort of my point, right? Like, so I overheard. I was informed. Like, there's maybe a threat on the table here. Like, if he doesn't pay, he's gonna get his legs broken. Now, I'm a peaceful sort of man. I just don't like to see those kinds of things happen. I just figured I'd come over and talk to you and make sure that we can end this night passively. And he's here regularly. He's here often, you'd say.
Oh yeah, he's here every other night.
Sure. Great. Well, then what's the harm in extending him a little credit? You know, has he ever welched on you before?
Yes, he has.
Oh, has he? Well, but he's such a prominent person. You know, he's famous. He's the great chef. I mean, you know where you're going to find him. You're going to see his face up on all the posters.
Yeah, he's well known, but he's well known to make good food. And he's well known to make bad bets. That's how he's known in this part of town.
Sure, and I mean, that's the circle of life, right? He makes his coin by making food, and you take his coin when he makes the bad bets. What's the problem? If you break his legs, he's never coming back. What's the profit you've made off of this guy so far? How long has he been coming to your bar? It's got to be over 100.
Oh yeah, we make a pretty penny off him, but give me a. What are you trying to do exactly?
So far, it's straight diplomacy. I haven't really had to lie about
Yeah.
anything yet.
You're not intimidating him. You're not
Very
deceiving
true.
him.
If you break his legs, how can he
I'm just
work?
lying,
If
right?
he can't work, he can't pay you.
Yeah.
You know, maybe.
No, he only
Maybe you
needs
chain
his,
him up in
he
your
only
kitchen
needs
for
his
a month.
hands to cook.
Doesn't even have hands. That's what makes it so impressive.
Well, it's only a 14.
If
Hero
you-
point.
Let's see here. Now, what's your name, sir?
Preston. Preston.
Preston.
Thimble.
Preston. Mr. Thimble. All this can come down to a simple, easy business transaction. I'm happy to
see.
let him out the front door if you are willing to vouch for him and take on his debt. You look like
I
a
s-
man who can afford this and is trustworthy.
Well, now it's an interesting thought. Now, tell me, do you only take payment in coin, or do you handle buying and selling for the establishment? I'm a merchantman myself, and a bit of a crafter, and I tend to do business more in barter than in sheer coin.
What do you have to barter besides coin?
Let's see, some goods and services. I can buy and sell quite a lot of cloth and wood, bits and pieces of tooling, and repair services and so on. You know, you have all of these fine tables, and the baize needs repair from time to time. The couches, the upholstery, the chairs, they wear out from time to time. I'm a bit of a crafter, like I said, a tailor and an upholsterer from time. So that's a service I can provide. Skilled bolsterers aren't cheap. And I am explicitly trying to basically talk around this guy.
Yeah, he's not buying. He's like, man, this isn't the Golden Bull. Look at these tables. Do these look like finely crafted tables? You're really starting to annoy me now, man. Either you pay his debt or you move on your way.
Did I hear this exchange?
Yeah, you hear this.
Okay.
Well, and I step up to the bar. Glugs, now, I notice you mentioned vouching for him and taking on his debt.
Mm-hmm.
You and I know each other fairly well. Would I be able to take on his debt and get him out of here?
Yes, I could do that for you.
Okay. I would be willing to do that.
All right, and he produces a piece of paper,
Okay.
slaps it on the table. I'm happy to do this. Transfer of a standard transfer of debt, a general agreement. Let's see here. 100 gold coin, 50% interest rate compounded daily.
Oh, okay. Hey, if we rob a casino, it should all be fine.
Penalty.
If I was
to
there, I
be-
might have been there to tell you that contracts with these dwarves usually end up with you never getting out of your debt.
This is a goblin, though.
At this point in the campaign, anybody who has watched the entire thing, the contract with Emerald as an example, Carlin's middle name might as well be, let's kick that problem to next episode and get out of this situation alive. So carry on, Kenyon. Go ahead.
And he says, just your standard contract there, and he slides it over to you.
I look it up and down.
I look it up and down over his shoulder, and I have lore mercantile.
Yeah.
I don't need to know how bad it is.
I do.
Fair.
16.
Yeah, you it's the 50% interest compounded daily. Penalty will a collector will be visited upon Carlin daily. If either interest or the entire sum is not paid upon that daily, then the compounding is continued and a form of corporal punishment will be applied
Right.
daily.
The compounding becomes a fracture, and we just go on from there. So it's
The
$50
compounding
tomorrow, huh?
The compounding becomes actual pounding upon his head, and yes, if payments are not made 5 days straight, personal assets are subject to seizure by law.
Good luck, buddy.
Sounds perfect.
Signed.
You're so on
Done.
your own for this.
Do you sign it, Carlin?
Yes.
All right, you sign it. It's done. He takes it off the bar top. He says,
Just
"Take
tap
this,
him on the shoulder.
take this drunk out of here." And Emerald's
I would
like,
be happy to. Emerald,
"What?
come on.
What? Let's
Go.
Are we going?"
Yes.
And you head out, and outside you find Diggy and Clint sitting on, like, I'm imagining it being like a porch out there, or like a boardwalk, and they're sitting on the edge of the boardwalk with their arms over each other, singing a song. Sing us a song, Mr. Piano Man.
When
Sing us a
I
song
was-
tonight.
It's a song tonight.
We're
all in a mood for a melody. And you got me feeling alright. La da 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 da
Diggy's
da.
got like a halfway decent voice. Clint is just nails on a chalkboard.
Diggy, we're leaving. Let's go.
Right, and so all of a sudden Diggy is entirely sober because, well, he's been actually looking like he's taking belts from his flask. He has been taking, like, if he's drinking any of it, it's like touches his tongue and then he takes it away.
You get up and start walking away, and you see Clint like look up with surprise and like confusion. He's like, Diggy, call me?
My friend, this time was amazing with you. And you should live your life as inspirational as you can. Because, though you may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise. And rise you shall, my friend. Rise
Wow.
to the great heights.
That was
And
very
use
poetic.
that poetry to lift you up.
I
was
will
quoting
rise,
Maya
Diggy.
Angelou.
I will rise.
That you will, good man. That you
You're
will.
you're so special to me, Diggy. Goodbye. And with that,
All right,
Very
Diggy.
special
I'm
yourself.
glad you made a friend. Let's
then off we
let's
go.
get out of here. We gotta
Let's get out of here.
Right.
yes, you guys head back. Are you going back to Hamish's?
Yes.
I'm assuming. All right, you go back to Hamish's. I think at this point I'm going to call it quits for this evening.
Okay.
Fair.
You guys are definitely, and nothing's gonna
Fair.
happen when you go back to Hamish's. You guys get the long rest. You get the full recharge.
Okay, can I ask a real quick question? If
Yes.
we're getting full, long rest and whatnot, what do I need to roll to determine if I'm hungover or not?
There's no roll needed. You are hungover.
Also, before we go to sleep, can Carlin, are you any good at medicine? And can you maybe, like, patch me up a bit before I go to bed?
Yes.
Same.
Okay. So to the actions page and that jazz. All right. So treat wounds for Diggy.
Please don't hurt me more.
I will do my
Oh,
best.
thank God.
19.
Critical success.
25
Hell yes.
HP.
Nice.
Okay.
I could also use some healing, but to that end, because I'm hungover, do
Maybe
I
we wait
actually
until
get
morning.
The well, no, you could probably do whatever, and like I won't.
No, you're still.
I'm
in
out
the
cold.
kitchen.
Health.
Right. Like I'm out cold. Like you could do whatever, and I wouldn't even know. Do I actually get the long rest?
Yes, you do.
Okay, then I'm gonna click that button.
All right. Healing for Preston.
Oh, no.
You are injured by 6 HP.
Jackass. Why do we keep letting you do this?
Why do
It's
you let me
across
do
multiple
anything?
characters.
You could hero
Like,
point.
you're right. This is not the
I could not.
only-
I don't have
no,
any
no,
of
no, no,
those.
no, 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 no.
No. Carlin can.
Carlin could hero point.
Oh, no. I'm going
Yeah,
to
that's
say
true.
this.
Hero point.
Hero point.
Well, I can use mine first.
No, you... Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. I'll use mine, and then I'm sure I'll roll poorly
Yeah.
on one of the subsequent rolls, and we can go from there. But this is for Preston.
Okay.
There you go.
There we go.
19.
All right.
Wow.
don't
rolled a
call me out
19.
in other games.
I will. It's so obvious.
That's why I don't do it
All I
anymore.
remember is...
That's why Chris
Right.
is in charge
That's
of
right.
it now.
Chris took over.
And one for Octavia.
Hero point.
A fail.
Oh,
And hero
Not a critical
point.
fail. It's not a critical fail.
It's not
and-
a crit fail, but
Yes.
No, but I'm going to use my hero point.
Diggy's
to,
hero point.
Maybe make it a success. Because I haven't used mine yet.
Oh,
Oh.
a natural
go.
20.
okay.
See, it's just a
yeah,
matter
that's
of
gonna-
time.
That's gonna heal me to full. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
wake up
Delgux, how you
feeling
looking?
like $1 million,
I'm
just
doing-
with
I'm
a
fine.
massive headache and nausea and hungover.
And now,
Basically, every smell in
myself-
the world is terrible.
and
I'm
I
gonna-
failed
I
for
do
myself.
not have any more
so-
hero points.
You could use mine. I mean, do I have to be conscious to let him use my hero
You
point?
can't no transferring of hero points.
Okay.
All right. I think that's going to be it. As always, the question is, what is the name of this episode?
Oh,
I
We had it
honestly,
Warrior
the
Womp.
cakes have never been higher. I think
Yeah,
has
that's just a
gotta-
win.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just a absolute win.
Hands down.
Absolutely. The other options, the runners up, I think, because now I just have started to keep a list, are Give Me an Alcohol Check and Mammoth Butter.
It's just mammoth butter.
But yes, the cakes have never been higher is absolutely top tier.
It's just
Thank you, Warrior Womp. Amazing work.
three. You
Warrior
might even
Womp
say
had another good
three-tiered
one,
cake.
right?
Solid.
Oh God. Shamut has got the Shamula. That was a good one.
From the chat. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
from
believe.
the chat.
Is that
Well,
Martinez?
Shamut, I guess we have to rob
no,
a
that was
casino.
No.
Warrior Womp.
Well, Shamuda. That was a good one. I didn't get a chance to read that when he popped it. Well done, Martinez.
All right, we'll go with the cakes have never been higher.
Thank you, Warrior Womp.
It's too
Yeah.
good. It's too good.
Yeah, that is A+ work.
It's just so good.
Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next week. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see what happens with with my wife, but yeah, we'll
Perhaps.
see you soon.
Maybe next
Thank
time we
everyone.
rob a
Please.
casino. Don't miss that.
Maybe.
Next
We'll find
episode is
out.
the heist, the big heist.
We gotta plan that shit first.
All right, bye bye.
Right.
I haven't seen you plan
Jesus.
anything yet.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. We love
Bye,
you.
everybody.